hello. Welcome back to Chaos Fridays, Tales of Trency, Dark Waters. I am your Dungeon Master, Tan Fighter, and once again I am joined by
It's
a
not
lovely
stopping.
Fizz. Stop it! No! Before we get into all of the things that we got into last time, firstly, we have Anna. Who are you playing?
Hello. I, however, starting to listen to stream and not hearing anything, so I don't know if that's just me. But
I can hear the stream.
Okay, then it's just me. That's fine. I'm gonna check that. Hi, I am Anna O'Reilly, whichever you prefer. I use the them pronouns, and I'm gonna be playing Devana, who uses they she pronouns. Who is a half orc warlock, I should say. And yeah, I'm really happy to be back because I missed last session, and I don't want to ever miss a session again.
Just out of anxiety, yes. Next up we have Hector.
Hello, my name is Hector, aka Okami, at KC Okami, all over the internet. I'm playing everybody's favorite Bardadin with anger management issues. Yabisi Leaf Dancer. Pronouns he, him. And I'm really excited to play again this week. I'm gonna popcorn it over to my platonic life partner, Mike.
Mike is muted. There he is.
Hey, I am Mike. I use he, him pronouns. And I will be playing Jasper Skylark, who uses he, him pronouns as well, but is more often referred to as a fucker. And I come without turkey, because apparently that's a thing now. So just thought you should know.
It's very true. It's just how it works.
That's it.
Next up we have Cease.
I'm a cis. My pronouns are she, her. And I will be playing Estrogen, whose pronouns are she, her, and who is an Eladrin warlock who is completely normal and completely fine and okay and does not get scammed by people. And don't ask me what I come with or without or for or not for.
Excuse me? Last but not least, we have the host with the most something, Steve.
Hello, hi, Steve here. Hi, also known as Sassy Pants. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Sapphire, whose pronouns are he, she, they, anything really. I also do not need turkey to. Never mind. We're gonna leave that.
Sure, okay, great start. We love it. We are at 150, folks. Congrats.
Hell yeah.
Wait, we were at 151 earlier. What do you mean?
You're so
Yeah,
right.
I also remember
it's
this.
on a different page. It's on a different page. You're so right. That's the old one. I forgot it. We've hit the point where I had to flip the page over. Yeah, great. Anyway, last we left off, we had arrived in Balkard, where the party had gone to separate places to do all kinds of different things. Jasper and Yabisi went to deliver their package to the Grand Design Pirates, one Captain Lord Nyath, where they firstly learned that they are very much in charge of the R&D division, carrying all kinds of contraband, trinkets, and whatnot. And the meeting led to what we will call a little bit of an altercation, from which the two managed to get out mostly unscathed, while also potentially getting a small job to assist them with regarding the Bloodrun Pirates. They have until the end of the day to decide. At the same time, simultaneously, Sapphire took Celia out on a walk to JoJo's Adventurers Bazaar, where she wanted to buy a few dresses, but was unceremoniously interrupted and stopped by one Edward Castor, a noble Asima from the kingdom of Asima, Zebrakal, who bought up the shop and made it clear where he stands in regards to anyone around him. And one thing led to another as that little altercation turned into a bit of a bet between Sapphire and Castor, where they have scheduled an exhibition fight at the Colosseum, and if Castor loses, he has agreed to shell out 100,000 platinum pieces for Sapphire. In exchange, however, if Sapphire loses, they and any people they want to bring with will be subjected to a expedition job that Castor requires some people to do. And as all of that was happening at the same time, some of the party went to the Emporium of Trustworthy Goods, where they met a wonderful shopkeeper who gave them some wonderful, nice items, trustworthily, of course. And nothing went wrong there. After that, the party met up back at the Flappy Stingray, where they had a discussion regarding why are they here, who are they fighting for, and what all of this really means. But before we jump back into any of that, we cut back a few hours earlier into the day, back to when everyone had arrived and had split off to go into the different parts of the town. Firstly, Devana, I need a perception check.
Yep, I remember. Hold on. Well, that's a natural 20 for 2022. On the first roll of this dice as well. This is a good sign.
All right.
Okay.
So we'll use this as a blanket perception for a bunch of things.
Do I want to know?
Uh,
It's the real question.
So a couple of things. Firstly, as the party would be splitting off from Fort Bismarck to go into different parts of town, you would have seen, obviously, you had spotted earlier as well, Dagon heading off somewhere off by his lonesome. You would have also seen Red headed off somewhere off by her lonesome. Beyond that, something that you have picked up in the last few days of your travel, probably reaching Belgrade itself, as you had been on the ship every now and then, sharing a room or space with Dagon, where you would have seen him essentially without some of his equipment here or there, other than Cheek, of course, which he can't really get rid of. But on one of the mornings, you would have probably seen his set of like armor and like other weapons and stuff that he wasn't wearing every day, obviously, like on the ship, but off on the side of the room. And you clocked a very interesting detail on that set of armor. There's something kind of etched into the metal itself on the inside of the breastplate. On the natural 20, you can tell that it is very much just in common, like written a bunch of names.
Why would you do this? Can I? I mean, I'm seeing the names. Do I see which names they are?
So that would be my question. So do you go further to look at them?
I think yes, but not like how do I say this? I think they're only looking for one name in particular, and I think you know which one it is. And that's literally like there's names looking closer, but not going into like yeah.
You see like some random names, like very like simple normal names, like Peter, Bob, Steve.
Oh.
And as you're kind of like looking through these names, you see at the very top of that list it says Alicia.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And
okay,
it is a long list. Like it seems like in like multiple columns on the inside, there are easily 36 names here.
Okay. You said like there's a bunch of like I guess standard names. Does it seem like a mixture of people to remember and names to use? I don't know. Or is it just like a
On the crit, I'll say some of the names you recognize him saying
Okay.
whenever he was giving commands to his crying unseen servants.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. Devana's not gonna go into that. I think they've
Yeah.
spotted the name, spotted at least one name that also they recognized. And that's enough. They know enough.
Yeah. But yeah, you just pick up that little detail. After that, cutting back to where you are, you see these people walking off. What do?
I mean, if Dagon's still walking up, they would have absolutely asked him like, "Where are you going?" Just so to know. Yeah.
Kind of go up. He stops to look at you and just goes, "Oh, you know, haven't been here in some time. Just gonna take a walk, maybe see if I see any familiar faces around. Just a few things I need to take care of. Nothing too fancy. Just some work to do. Working off a list, so to speak."
I can come with. Or, I mean, it's okay. No, I'm just if we wanted to, I can come with, or we can meet up elsewhere later.
Roll me a persuasion check and an insight check.
Yeah, I was also wondering on the insight. Okay. Persuasion. Okay, that's really high. That is 24, but the insight, well, insight's not bad. Is 14.
24 and 14.
Yes.
On the 24, firstly, you see he kind of just shifts a little while he's standing and just looks at you and says, "I mean, if you wish to accompany me, I won't stop you, but just gonna let you know that there might be a few complicated situations we might run into. I'm not exactly heading into a polite side of town."
Okay. I mean, do you want? You see, like they sort of like trying to figure out because it's the phrasing where you said like if you want, but they're more thinking like, do you want me to be there?
On your insight, you see he's being a little hard to read, like more so than usual, but he does seem like very much like in a serious mode, and he doesn't seem to be upset or annoyed or anything of the sort, like at you bringing that up. But he's very much like, even as you ask that, he just goes, "I mean, as I've always said, your company is never a problem. Your company's always appreciated, if anything. Just a fair warning, there might be some unpleasant things you might see and observe. As long as you're okay with that, you're welcome to tag along."
Like a pleasant how?
Kind of just like gives like a very like wry smile, and you see as he does that and he shifts, you see under his coat, like he has kitted out all his daggers, his crossbow, everything.
It's difficult because there's okay. Where's Nidra?
Currently, like as people are disposing, that is also looking around. It looks like Zelstein is going to like the tavern with like a couple of the others, and she seems to be tagging along there right now.
Yeah, I think Devon looks back at Nidra for a moment and then back at Dagon and goes like, "Frey, I mean, I don't want to. I mean, I'm sure you can handle yourself, but I don't want to get in the way. I can take Nidra. I want to maybe take her shopping or something. If you want to meet up later, I don't know the city very well. Is there like a common.
Well, there's all kinds of fun shops here, certainly. Depends on what you're looking for, really. But because it's a port town, you'll have a good chance finding most things. If you would rather go shopping, would certainly smell nicer at the very least, considering where I'm headed.
I mean, more
So, up
just
to
like
you.
we were going to go together later, is all I'm saying. But I can. How long do you think you'll be gone?
Oh, it shouldn't take long. Give or take give me an hour.
Okay. Is there any like I don't know, like a common like square or something that we can meet up? Like I said, I don't know the city very
Oh, I
well.
mean, we can meet up at the fountain, at the town square. And he kind of like just points outside the fort, and you see it in the distance, like about 10 minutes away.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll be back here in about an hour. I'll take Nedra.
Certainly sounds good to me. If you're looking for anything in particular, let me know. I'll see what I find on my little excursion as well.
I mean, like I said later, some armor and clothes, but I wanted to just do that. You can help me, I guess.
Works for me. See you soon then.
All right.
And he kind of like very jauntily kind of like skips off, and you take Nedra with you.
I will also ask if Wrist wants to come.
You look over at both of them. When you look at Nedra, she's just like, oh, I mean, I don't know where we're going, but I've never been here, so I don't mind.
Nearby.
We can explore.
Yeah, exactly.
And you see Risk just goes, I was gonna go pay my respects at the temple. After that, if you want to go somewhere specific, I can tag along.
I mean, we did say we were going to go to temples. I don't know if that's like the one that you're talking about, where you that friend of yours is.
Father Dawn, of course. That is where he would be.
Yeah,
if he's in town.
We can go there. Yeah.
Okay. And he kind of like starts like leading the way a little as you're like stepping through the town, looking around. You see again just masses of people coming and going, like especially like as you get closer to the town square, which has like the staircase going down to like the docks. There are all manner of folk, merchants, sailors, soldiers, just regular townsfolk, and no one really pays you too much like mind, but you do see every now and then Nedra gets a lot of odd looks, just being who she is.
Ivana will just like very, I guess, out of character for them. Well, whenever someone's staring, we'll just stare back at them. As a please keep your words to yourself.
Roll me an intimidation.
I'm not trying to intimidate. More just like
Yeah.
Okay, let me just, okay. That's just really funny. That's a nat 1, which I think tracks it entirely for
you kind of look over and give them like a glare back, and you see they just look at you like with like a eyebrow raised and kind of just chuckle to themselves as they keep walking.
Yeah, they stop immediately doing it after that. That's not great.
And yeah, you see it just looks at you and goes, it's okay. I mean, I'm sure no one's gonna have any intent to do anything, and then odd looks happen, I guess, in bigger towns every now and then. It's fine. And he kind of like scurries forward. Takes you like about 15-20 minutes to like go through like the town, and you go over to like what seems to be like the starting pathway up to like the upper district where the schools and like higher end shops and stuff are. And along the way itself, you see there's this like very like large like temple like building around the corner. On the entrance of it itself, you see there are symbols of all sorts of gods. This looks like another like communal shrine with many different offerings. And as you go up to the doors are open. You walk in, you see there's some like pews with like little like pedestals in front of them for like reading. There you see there are statues and idols of all these like different deities all around you, most of which you recognize. They're all like big major deities and stuff like that. And anything in particular you're looking for as you're walking in?
I'm assuming I don't think there would be a shrine to Rose, would there?
There is no shrine to
No.
Rose here.
But there is one to Udolf, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Devana will put. I think Devana has always been like, having grown up there, is still very respectful towards him, because it is very much like this. Even though not the god like in person, but the temple was their home and it's given them safety, so they
Yeah.
always will, whenever they encounter a shrine to, they will always leave like some kind of offering. They'll have like
Mhm.
some flower seeds that they now cannot use anymore.
Mhm.
But we'll put that there.
You see, immediately seeing you like go there, Rest like kind of immediately follows suit and also starts by paying his respects to Udot. You see, immediately after he finishes his prayer to Udot, he goes over to the statue on the opposite end to Kelpie's and starts praying. And you see, he gets like a bunch of odd looks, and you see, he
Oh.
does not pay it any mind. He seems to be
Okay.
very used to doing that.
Yeah, I think Nirvana gets nervous for him though.
Yeah,
Like,
you
they're
see
like, oh
a few of the
no.
priests around the Kelpie statue, like, what the fuck? And you see, he just starts going down the line to, like, Tom, Tempest, Talos, Ilmatar, and everyone's like, what's happening? And you see Nedra kind of getting excited seeing that, starts doing the same. However, she does not know any press, so she's just kind of mimicking the motion every
I
time.
think Nirvana would try and teach her, like seeing that she's interested, or like at least like having fun with it, would teach
Yeah.
her one of Udolf's
For
prayers.
sure.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do an intro for her.
Yeah.
Oh, she rolled well.
Oh.
Even with a negative, you see, she kind of picks up on some of the words and like gets through like a proper like stanza of a prayer, and she kind of like very proudly like smiles at you at that, and then you see she starts going to every statue like this and saying the same prayer.
No.
Roll
Nirvana,
something.
yeah, Nirvana like, immediately she's like, no, that's just for this one. They all have different ones.
She crit
Great. Like,
on her
wait.
religion check.
Wait, so does she know all of them? Randomly?
No, she's
No.
saying the Udot prayer to all of them, but she
Yeah?
crit on the religion check.
Oh no.
You see, as she's kind of going down the line, no one else you feel like notices it, but you just see this like very, very thin veil of divine energy kind of pooling around her shoulders. And as she finishes doing the last one, it goes away. You don't know what that was.
The fuck? Oh, I hate this.
And you see, as Riz finishes, he looks over to one of the what looks like a keeper at this temple. Like they seem to be wearing like a symbol that seems to represent the temple itself and a symbol of Ilmatar on top of that. And you see, he just goes up and asks very like politely, like, excuse me, is Father Dawn in town by any chance? And you see the priest. They're like this half elven man, and they look down and go, I believe he would be. Yes, I can go pass on a message if that's what you want. Oh, yes, please. And could you just tell him Riz wants to see him? And he kind of like gives like a good bow, wanders off. Yeah, you're like there for like a minute or two. As you're paying your respects to Uda, give me a religion check.
Nah, we're being back to, well, it's not awful. It's 12. No, yeah, 12. It's
12?
yeah.
You say your prayers, you say your piece, and you feel good about that, which is immediately replaced with stress at looking at Nedra. And
Yes.
and while you're kind of like fretting, she like comes back to you at the same time. You see Riz kind of beckons you guys to come with. You go up to like the further end of the temple where you see it kind of like opens out into a bit more of a sanctum like alcove, and there's like a few like mirrors of stained glass behind, and you see coming out of one of like these like small wooden doors to the side is this very old looking human. He has like a big bushy white beard, like kind of going down to like his like chest a little. You see he has like these like very like small like speckle like glasses, and kind of hair to like kind of match. Essentially, he's wearing like these deep red, long, flowing robes, and you see on his like kind of vestments themselves, he has a symbol of helm, and he kind of walks up, looks at Riss, and goes, "Ah, Riss, it's good to see you. It has been quite some time. Was not expecting to see you here in Bulkard. And I see you have some friends. Greetings."
Hello. My name's Savannah. This is Nedra. We just
You see he kind of like lingers on Nedra for a moment as he looks back at you. And Father Dawn, I am a custodian of this temple as well as a few others. I'm often traveling, but I have met Riss on many of those travels in ferry ships, and, well, his unique approach to faith is quite intriguing to me and quite emboldening to me. And kind of like looks you over. I see you paid your respects to Udot, though I do not believe you carry anything of his.
No, I grew up at a temple of his. I was taken
I
in
see.
there, so yeah, it's more of a thank you rather than I usually pray to Rose.
Not many do, but it is good to see someone of such unique fate still finding some welcome in these halls. Now, what brings you all here?
Good question. Will I quickly consult my notes? Okay, I think I know what it is. Well, there's been how aware are you of like all of the? I mean, I guess abyssal stuff you might know.
You see his expression kind of changes at that. He kind of like, asks you like to take a seat like near where he is. He also sits down there. You see like in this alcove, there's like not a lot of people. Like sound isn't really like echoing out or anything. He kind of like sits down on the side here with you. And he goes, "Of the terrible things happening, I am quite aware. And I imagine you are as well."
Yeah. We were at a how do I put this? We were at a temple related to Uroth a while ago, and well, something happened there. And I've spoken to other clerics that we travel with, and there seems to be on several occasions some kind of, or at least in the case this was specifically was Ilmatar, where there seemed to be struggle with communication, and I know that same has been somewhat true for other gods, or at least I've seen a lot busier than normal. I was wondering if you've noticed such a thing.
Busier, you say?
Yeah.
Kind of like, just sits there quietly, kind of clicking his fingers together and like just thought. He looks back at you and goes, "Seems you know much indeed. There is certainly something stirring within the realms of Celestia. Something that has diverted the attention of many beings beyond the horrifying things that we are witnessing here in our world. To which end, I have tried communing with many different deities. Some of them seem more interested in the material world than the celestial right now, and the others hold the same sway in the other direction. Now, the ones who are concerned with the material world, of course, you would have Pan, who is rumored to still walk, on occasion, this world. Beyond that, however, I have heard tale and reports that many priests of Ilmatar have been finding some oddities in their communion as well as
Yeah.
within their divine abilities. makes me think either something has changed within the fragmented power of the god spread out across this world, or perhaps even within the god himself.
I think our friend said that she was at a temple, and there was a kind of like what happened at the temple we were at from the collective one, which is like
His eyes narrowed that at a temple of Ilmatar.
yeah. Well, she said that there was a something happened.
Would
like
you perhaps know where this temple was?
I think above there, wasn't it near Celis? Wasn't it in the area somewhere where I was, but a little further on?
You kinda triangulated that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a small town. But
Yeah.
you explained that, and he kind of just goes, I see. It seems the Grand Church is hiding quite a bit indeed about the
What?
whereabouts of their power. He kind of like, straightens up and he just goes, there have been different sects for different deities, of course, especially ones that contain domains of such vast multitudes like Ilmatar. And from what I understand, Ilmatar's domain has one grand church, so to speak, which is the Temple of Life. And their communications with the other temples, with the other sects, have been a little sparse lately.
Yeah, Divana will just relay what Zelstine told them just about the. I think she was to.
Yeah, like you give like the
blasphemy. Yeah. That
you give
whole
the
thing, yeah.
TLDR on that, and he just his expression gets a little graver and graver, and then like it kind of like recedes back to like a bit of a poker face as he just very like gently puts a hand on the back of yours and just says, I would be wary of where you share this information. Some priests, or even some of the people in certain cities, may use this information for other means, so to speak, which can put you and, well, everyone around you's life in danger.
Yeah. I just I trust Riss, and Riss seems to trust you, so that's why.
He kind of gives like Riss a smile, like a way like wry smile, and like looks back at you. And we all have our roles to play in these great battles to come. We all have things we can do to help one another to survive these. Yes, some of us have divine power. To lean on that completely, however, would be a foolish move indeed. We must also trust in one another before our alliance spreads so thin. Information, as you have shared, and information in general, will be key in the times to come. And as such, and you feel like his kind of grip like tighten on your hand, you must be careful on who you share things with in the future. For now, you're lucky, as you found a contact who were trusted. And fortunately for you, we are indeed on the same side. And he smiles and says, the Grand Design will help you where it can.
Yeah.
And you see, as he had like tightened his grip, you see he passed like a small little metal bauble in your hand. And you see it's like a little pin with the symbol of just like a helm of a ship, with what looks like a cutlass crossed with a mug of ale. And he just goes, Mead does have an eye on all of you.
Yeah.
I'll let him know that the child is still safe.
Yeah. I mean, Riff did tell Divana that he's friends, or that Father Dorn is friends with Yatmates. They're not really surprised there.
Yeah, you do see underneath the robes and stuff, there are like scars and whatnot here and there, and this is clearly like a older but like bit more of a grizzled man than he appears to be, and he seems to be putting on a very nice and polite like demeanor right now, and like politely nodding at people who come and like pay him respects and stuff. And he's like, we all have our roles to play. Mine is information. And what better place to gather information, and what better channels to do it through than right here?
Right.
As for you, I'm sure when you were speaking with Gore earlier today, you all have been invited to the summit. There will be many requests made of you there. My job is information. Of course, my crew would have a proclivity on which side they would rather you lean, but regardless of what side you choose, the information will come with a lot of requests of aid. Choose who you offer your aid to. Some may need it more than others, and you might be in a unique position to offer it when no one else can. When that time comes, just know that Mead's crew will be sending their own assistance as well in their own way.
Yeah, that's good. I think we're generally in pretty good terms with Captain Mead, so that makes
You
sense.
have a lot more eyes on you in this city than you think.
Yeah.
I would advise you to be cautious.
Yeah, I was worried about that. I do have one question. Are you truly a worshipper of Helm?
Kind of just gives you a smile, like, you all must believe in something.
Right. Riss said you're quite knowledgeable in religion. What do you know about dead gods?
His expression like changes very quickly, and he's like, well, depends on what you wish to learn.
I think the man looks at Riss for a moment, almost as a, can I continue talking to this man, yes or no? I don't know if he looks back or like gives like some kind of confirmation, but they want to sort of see, like, because obviously the man doesn't know this man very well, but
you just see when you ask the dead god question, Riss is just fully looking at Dawn, also hoping for answers.
Okay. I think because if I remember correctly, wasn't Helm the only name that Shura recognized?
Correct.
Yes. So I think Devana goes like, do you know about, I guess, a former goddess of the dark?
This is a DC 30 check I'm gonna do. Okay. You see, he thinks for a moment. He's like, there have been all kinds of gods and cabals and cults that have risen and fallen with time. To my knowledge, I'm not aware of a particular goddess of the sort. But, as history has already taught us, there are far more gods in this world than the ones we are aware of in the day-to-day. So it is very likely. But why do you ask?
Well, this is a really long story. I'll try and really shorten it. Essentially, while astral projecting, I met one. And yeah, I know it's a lot. It's a really weird thing.
Like his glasses like slightly slide down, like.
But yeah, but the thing is, she mentioned a bunch of things that, like, I mentioned a bunch of gods to her. She didn't recognize them except for Helm, which is why I'm asking.
He looks at changes as well. That would make sense. Helm is one of the oldest.
Right. She also referred to Trancy as by a different name. The problem is I cannot say any of these names because if I
Can
do,
I
then...
ask you where you met this deity?
Astral projecting.
In the astral plane, then?
You're like, the void.
And like looks down at your like looks at like the sigils that are slowly like.
They're covered.
Oh no, you see, he's looking at them.
Oh.
And he just
yeah.
looks up and he goes, "That would explain that.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
think
pretty.
there is a
uh,
forgotten god within the void. I've only heard
yeah.
fragmented pieces of information about that place and the people that dwell there.
Well,
It seems you have a bit more of an intimate knowledge regarding that."
yeah. So, long story short, and I know that you're dealing information. I know that you might pass this on, but I do think it's best if this stays at least within smaller circles. So, if you would only tell it to people you really trust.
Child, I am quite literally doing this for a living. I assure you, I know how to manage my spycraft.
Okay. So, essentially, she was fighting some like massive void creature, and said that if that thing gets
Yes.
out, then probably we're all dead. So, it's very important that she doesn't lose, and kind of maybe told her that I would try and help her
You
get
see,
her divine status back, but I don't know how.
even while you're like going down that like rambling rabbit hole,
Yeah.
you see he just starts muttering something to himself, and very quickly, like out of the sleeves of his robe, produces like a little like paper bird, and just like blows
Oh,
on it
no.
as it like flies out the window somewhere. And
Wait,
he
where
just
did you just send that?
to a very trusted person who needs to know that information.
Who? Because I would like to speak to more people who might know more about these things.
That person is quite far from here.
Okay.
I assure you, once I hear back from them, we might seek you out ourselves to have a conversation.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. She cannot lose, and I told her I might. I don't think she realized that she'd been forgotten. I think when I started explaining things to her, she'd been asking for what was it called? Divine Army. Hold on. Actually, no, I'm not gonna. Where the fuck is it? She's been asking for some kind of like backup, like some army or whatever, and she didn't. I don't think she realized what was going on.
She requests, as a deity, requests the aid of mortals. I don't know what.
No, I
she
think it was a
expects.
celestial. I don't know. I didn't. The name didn't ring a bell. I don't know.
You see, he just looks at you, like shaking his head. He's like, "It's all right. If you have any more of these interactions, if you could find a way to let me know, I would appreciate it."
Well, I've tried not. It's quite dangerous, but the bottom line is that I'm gonna try and help her. I guess get her divinity back, but it's a bit hard to do that when I cannot mention her name. Like, how do I? You see, like, the man looks a bit lost and like looking to him for help.
You see, even he's like, "This is a lot of information I just got on like a Friday afternoon. Hold on." And you see, he just like looks at you and goes, "I'll have to do my own research into some of the older archives to see if I know anything about this, but what I can say is if you're trying to restore the divinity of a lost god, that is no easy feat. And to even attempt it would have consequences with the existing deities as well. Divine energy, whenever it shifts, changes the scales of balance of power all across Celestia. As long as you're prepared for that, as far as this entire issue of not being able to name this god, I'll have to research it myself. I have a few friends at the Cobalt Soul. Perhaps they know something."
Yeah. I'm just. I think the thing that I was not most concerned about. There's a lot of concerning things, but I rattled off a lot of names of deities to her. So many of them that are, I mean, not the oldest, but are still, I think, relatively old. She knew none of. I mean, she knew Helm, but most of them she'd never heard of. She didn't even know the name Drency. So I'm wondering, like, how long has she been there, and like how?
That
I
is
don't
a
understand.
very apt question, but I believe the answer to that question lies with her itself. As As far as I know, many gods rose to power during the end of the Millennium War. If we are to believe most of the current deities rose to power during that, then that is certainly interesting. I know, besides him, there are a few other gods that are, if not as old, still quite old. That would be... that would be Torm. That would be Tempest. Younger still than Torm, but that is someone. Older on the scale would be Torm and Ilmatar.
I think I mentioned both the Imitar and Torm, and she didn't.
She would have recognized them, but
Okay.
a little more vaguely.
Okay.
And you see, he continues and just thinking, like, the others I'm unsure of, but I must look into this myself then.
Yeah. I'm sorry to be dumping this on you.
Oh no, this is important information that must be put to use. I will do what I can. And thank you for sharing it. I'll pass on anything I learned to you as well.
Yeah, please. That would be very helpful. I mean, Rist and I have been really helpful. And we've been looking into it, but I mean, he definitely knows a lot more than I do. But yeah, it's a bit of
No, that's not true. Yeah, I mean, they've told me so many things as well that, I mean, I haven't communed with as many gods as they have. It's honestly fascinating.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a bit different circumstances. But either way, any information is helpful. And if there's
Yeah.
any way I can help, I mean, like I said, I'd rather not talk too much because it is quite dangerous. But
He kind of gives you a nod at that. He's like, it's all right. Once I find the limitations of this, perhaps we can have a more freer conversation as well.
yeah.
And he kind of gives you a nod, and like as he's standing up, he's like, well, this is giving me far more matters to attend to than I thought for today, so if you would excuse me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you
And-
so much.
He kind of gives you a nod, and he like stops as he's walking away, looks back, and just says, and keep Nedra safe, please.
Yeah. I will.
And
We will.
he kind of like gives you a curt nod, and he starts walking away. And as he does so, one quick cut away to Sapphire just to ask something. Sapphire, have you decided who's going to be fighting at the duel?
What do you mean, who's going to be fighting? Sapphire is
Are
fighting.
you fighting it?
Most likely, yes.
All right. Anything you are going to be doing to prep in the like 2-ish hours you have before it's time?
Panic.
Fair.
Oh, that's the first thing. Secondly, gonna ask the others. Hey, do you have any items, any things that could help in this fight? I don't know, like something that could give me a boost, an edge, something that I don't know, something. I have the dragon armor.
Are you absolutely sure that you want to do this on your own?
I feel like I brought this upon us. And do the others know about the deal, though? Like the second part of the deal, if we lose, we have to go on this quest.
Depends. Have you shared it?
Yes, I will have, yes.
Then they would know.
I don't know if you can help from the sidelines, and I don't want you to get involved because it's my mess. I made the mess.
Well, at least take this.
I'm assuming...
And I'm gonna go in and give the wand of magic missiles.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Here, take this.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm assuming Sapphire doesn't class as a young adult.
No.
No. Well, unfortunately, I'm not willing to marry Sapphire, so I can't do the coming of age rite, which would probably be the only other benefit of ceremony. So
valid.
Yeah. So look for something else.
Sapphire's the oldest in the party, actually.
Also, I am going to reach into my pocket, pull out all of my gold, and give it to Jasper, and be like, "Okay, so here's the deal, right? Here's what I'm thinking. If I win, we get 100,000 platinum. right? If I lose, we get fuck all. So I'm thinking, all of you bet against me. Right? If all of you bet against me, that way, even if I lose, we at least make some money out of it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to force anyone to do it, but I'm giving you my gold, so you can. I don't think you're allowed to bet against yourself. At least you weren't in the fighting pit where UBC fought. So, depending on the odds, if you bet against me, even if we double it at the very minimum, that is still a decent amount of gold that we make for me getting my ass kicked, right? And if we win, sure, we lose this 2,000 gold, but we gain 100,000 platinum. So, like,
So how
in the end,
much gold you giving me?
I have, how much gold do I have? Let me check really quick. I have
You have like 3,000.
3,300 gold.
Yeah.
And 30 platinum. So I give him all of it.
Okay.
Right? And I look at the others
So
and I'm
that's
like,
another 300 gold, 30 platinum, yeah?
yeah. So I look at the others and I'm like, if you want to bet on this, bet against me, I will not hold it against you, especially this one time, because I think it's a good way for us to make some more money. And
Look, I'll bet your money, but I'm not betting my money against you.
okay, okay. So how about this?
Gonna win.
UBC, can I borrow 3,000 gold? I'll pay you back, I promise.
No, with love. No.
Jasper will give you, will put 3,600 gold towards it as well.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, is Gore here or no?
Gore is no, he's still
He's
at
not here
Fort
yet.
Desert.
Okay. Did he send anything
do
with
see, yeah,
with
no, so
yeah,
with Will?
with Will? Yeah.
Nothing that he sent, but you see, as you guys are planning all of this a little bit later, another like soldier you see kind of like walks into the tavern, looking around, sees you guys, looks at a paper and looks back at you and like walks closer to you. You see, he walks up to Celia actually, and he just goes, hello, by any chance are you Celia? And like she obviously confirms, and then you see he just looks at her and goes, I am well, I'm so sorry. I am sent by Lieutenant Gore. I was asked to fetch you before a certain match in the Colosseum. He said that you would know. It's regarding you being an ambassador and talking to some important people. And you see her eyes light up and like, oh, yes. And she kind of like looks back at all of you guys and she goes, let me just go take care of whatever this is, I guess, and looks over at Sapphire and just goes, I'm gonna say it again. I'm sorry for being the cause of what is about to happen and for the predicament you're in.
It's fine. If I die, I die.
Her face is saying, like, no.
And he just laughs. Like, no, I'm kidding. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're fine.
I'll see what I can do as well from my end, but I wish I was with all of you guys in the spectator seats, but I guess I have to do this. And like she kind of like takes a deep breath, like, okay, let's go, and like she kind of walks away with the soldier. As the rest of the time is spent, like, Sapphire, you planning the betting stuff, you're like prepping yourself, and we cut back over to Divana. As you're leaving the temple, you're making your way over to the town square. About an hour has passed, and you see, you end up waiting like 5-10 minutes. You see, coming back towards you is Dagon, and roll me either an insight or perception.
Okay, would Risk have taken Nedra back or are they there?
I'll say Risk has taken Nedra back. Since I'm sure you would have told him, I'm going to quickly go meet up with Dagon. So.
Yeah. Perception, not great. 8.
Cool. You see, he kind of walks up to you, smiles like, oh, sorry to keep you waiting. How was your
Sure.
little exploration? Are you liking the town?
I mean, I've only really seen the temple. I went to with Risv and Andrea, see a friend of Risv. Someone quite knowledgeable on religion who might be able to help us with the thing. So
Well, if it's a trusted source, I suppose it's a source.
yeah.
Well,
How did your thing go?
oh, it went splendid, actually. My business in Balcott has been taken care of. I can fully dedicate my time and resources to, well, everything else.
Okay,
And
I don't want to know. I think.
and you see, kind of like as you say that, he's like, oh, and before I forget, he reaches into like his pockets, and you see he pulls out a piece of jewelry. It's a small necklace, and
What's it look like?
you see it's this like brass and silver like lined like necklace where the amulet itself is designed in the shape of a like rosebud essentially.
Aww.
And you see he pulls it up and he goes, well, it isn't the same as the other thing, but I think this one's safer if anything, and I'll feel more your speed considering everything that happened. There you go.
Vanna looks at it like kind of like wide-eyed at first, but like not like in shock, but more just like a surprise, and will take it. And then like just look really touched. And like, thank you. That's really pretty.
You are very welcome. Well, then the necklace matches you, doesn't it?
So they just like go red again. And they'll like try and is it like a cloud? I don't know.
Yeah.
Try and put
You,
it
you
on.
see he helps you as well. And
Yeah. And they'll
yeah.
just sort of hold it just like I did before. Oh, that reminds me, I have something for you. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. It doesn't matter. And they'll go into their backpack and they'll pull out their journal
Mhm.
and they'll carefully like tear a page from it as of holding like I mean I didn't know if it was finished or not, but and they'll hand over a drawing. The one that's been drawing, the one that usually has always been sort of drawing, but like on a ship has had more time to improve. And I think Dagon would have seen them off like sketching, but the drawing itself is a drawing of Dagon ascending on the like at the helm, looking out sort of it's over the sea. Like the background's kind of like sketches mostly more about him, but I think the thing that's important about his drawing that he looks calm. And I think the I was like, you looked really peaceful always on there, so I figured I'd. I mean, it's like the 5th version that I did, but yeah, I just wanted to capture that because you always you've always been dealing with so many things, and I figured I wanted to just show you that you can be at peace if you wanted to. See, like you said, you feel nice at sea, so I just wanted to. It's not like I'm not like I feel like the Vanna is like a pretty decent, like not like professional, but pretty decent drawing. So
Yeah.
they're like
You see, he kind of looks at it, and you can see like for a moment, like he's a little like taken aback, and like his expression softens for a sec. He doesn't say anything. He just like looks at it for a moment, and he kind of mutters under his breath, "Sea has always been a calming thing." And you immediately like see him like flip the switch back on. He's like, "Oh, this certainly looks great. I believe you can even call such a lovely priest Captain Huxley or something." And well, beyond that, I must say, it would certainly take a lot of time observing all the finer details to paint out some of these finer details.
well,
You're the
I had
perfect
a lot.
person for the job, then.
I had a lot. I mean, I don't. I know you like being on the boat, but I get bored. So I had a lot of time.
Oh, I mean, there's all sorts of things to do on a ship after all, but boredom hits every now and then, I suppose. And if boredom leads to some lovely things like this, then all the more better. And you see he very like carefully like takes it and like puts it in like his like map case essentially,
Yeah.
and like he kind of like puts that around, and he looks over at you and just goes, "Now, what are you looking for? You said some armor and weapons."
Yeah, so I'll bet you think. I mean, like some new clothes and then armor. I want to pick up some bits and pieces, some gifts, maybe some stuff for Nedra. I'll have to see if she want. I mean, if she wants clothes, we probably have to get them fitted. Some art, just a bunch of things. I'm thinking. Maybe get something for nurses. I'm not sure. What else? Maybe like I guess a collar maybe would work. I'm not sure.
You see, he just kind of looks at you and smiles and goes, "Oh, I mean, if that's what you're getting me, I suppose that's a great gift in itself."
It's just like no, I meant no nurse. They just go red and they just like, why are you like this?
Well, why is anyone like anything, really? All I'm saying is, a gift is a gift. And if you were to get a certain kind of gift, who am I to reject such a lovely gift?
Well, I'm not. I mean, it would match your aesthetic, I guess, but I'm not like it's not my thing.
Oh,
But if you want one, I can buy one. And they're like really like unsure what to do.
and you see, he's just enjoying every moment of the panic, and as he just like continues, and he just goes, "I mean, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing as well. But I would say always be willing to give everything a single try. You never know
Sure.
what you like."
Yeah, no, we're okay. Well, let's let's not do that right now. Clothes, armor, start there. Sure, we can pick stuff up
Clothes,
along the way.
armor, of course.
They're just like,
And
they're just like,
yeah, and
"Sigh."
he's very pleased with himself. You see, as he's like
Yeah.
just like taking you around. And, for the shopping bits itself, let me know what all you want. and
Yeah,
will see.
I mean, just looking for clothes.
Clothes you can
but
easily find.
yeah,
He takes
yeah,
you to a
yeah, and
very
then
nice clothing store on like the upper end of the city, and
yeah, I think it'll take them a while to find something that they like. But
yeah.
armor. I'm looking, I guess, for half plate. And then so okay, so the main things are despite like there's a bunch of other things, but that doesn't really matter. I can just do that. But so the half plate armor, and then maybe but not necessary a finesse weapon for to replace the packed weapon with if it adds any benefits than like a
For
normal
sure,
rapier.
yeah.
And then I like
So armor, clothes, weapon, cool.
yeah, and then communication tools. So if I can find like I don't know how much sending scrolls cost or like the kind of paper that Jasper had. Because there's a couple messages that Devana wants to send out, but not every one of them would have to be like I guess paper. So at least 2 sending scrolls, and if I can get some of that paper, that would be useful if I can find it. But I don't know how much that costs and if what my budget would allow.
You see, it doesn't take you long for the clothes. They even the pricier, like custom tailored clothes that you like look to find.
Yeah, I have 2. But I don't like that. I don't know where the budget got because the other 2 things was but those are like optional if I can find them. Amulet of non-detection for Nedra and something to bump my wisdom for the saves.
Sure. Some stuff very easy. Clothes takes you probably like even the fancy ones takes you 5-10 gold. You're good. The armor, if you're just getting a non-magical set of armor over here, you could probably get half plate for 800 gold.
Yeah, I have like 2.
If you're looking for magical armor, it might be pricey depending on the enchantment. There won't be too many of those available, but Dagon can probably find a few.
I was gonna say, I think Dagon said he knew some. I don't know if he can get it at like cheaper either as well, but.
You see, like the basic stuff. You the clothes and stuff you buy here, and then like for the other stuff it gets very specific. So like you see Dagon like leads you to like behind the Imperial Bank, and you
Okay.
see there's a side like staff door that he walks into, followed by what is like a broom closet. And you see he puts his hand on one of the back panels of the wall, and he just like knocks on it a few times, and he just like mutters something in Thieves' Cant that you don't know. And
Okay.
you see the wall slides open, revealing a staircase going further down below, which you follow your way down and down and down. And as you enter in, you see light emerging in like the pseudo man-made cavern, like just like fairy lights and stuff kind of like hung up around the ceiling. This is a full long marketplace. You see all kinds of shady deals happening left, right, and center. You see all these very clearly on the grayer side of the law mercenaries and whatnot hanging out
Choose
here.
not to see.
And you see like a lot of like the stores and like the stores I say, but like it's just like people with like carpets and stuff out with like a bunch of like goods on them sitting on the floor here, kind of eyeing you, clearly clocking you as someone who is new here. And you
Yeah,
see
they'll take like Dagon's hands as like, please
yeah,
don't leave me alone here.
he basically has done that, and you see he's just very casually like whistling and smiling at everyone. Basically, he's doing what you were trying to do for Nedra, but you see it's working.
Okay.
And you just see he just whispers to you like, "Oh, just keep an eye on your bags, make sure nothing gets taken, and you'll be fine. Then again, if
Sure.
something gets taken, we'll get it back. They lose a hand, even trade." And sane, and like you say, he keeps walking in, and eventually you get to this shop, like a proper like shop carved into like the stone here. He takes it right and climbs into it, and you see standing there is a hobgoblin who is kind of just seeing you come in, is first like smiling like, "Oh, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome." And as he's saying that on the third welcome, you yeah, you see he spots Dagon and immediately goes like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Huxley, sir. Hello, hello. How are you doing this fine day?" And he just goes, "Greetings, Rigby. It has been a long time indeed. I am back here, looking for a few specific things that I'm sure someone of your fine caliber can source out for me and my friend here." And he like basically starts like listing the things you were mentioning and
Question.
yes.
Did he say friend?
He did.
Noted. Okay.
He is like very clearly being just as threatening as he can to this guy, but you see under the counter he's still like clutching onto your hand so like nothing happens to you in the store. And you see he just looks at you and goes, "No, scrolls, weapons, armor, yes, yes, yes." And the guy goes through like all his belongings and everything, and you see he pulls out this half plate. It is a +1 half plate with the addendum that once per long rest you can cast the shield spell while wearing it.
Oh.
It's an
Okay.
attunement item. He goes, "That would be 3,000 gold." And you see Dagon just kind of like leans in closer and flashes him a dagger, literally. And oh, well, I mean, of course you're buying more things, so let's tally up the total first. Yes, yes, of course. And for weapon, you can probably find a decent like +1 weapon or like an elemental weapon here if you look for it.
Yeah, it needs to be. It just needs to be dex based.
All right.
Not that it matters a bit because I don't have +2 to dex, but I have +1 to strength, so dex will be better, which doesn't leave a lot of options.
You could get a rapier here, which is a +1 rapier, And
Okay, because yeah, I currently have a
Mhm.
normal one.
once a day, you can use a bonus action to activate it, which which reads the weapon in fire, and the weapon does an additional d6 fire damage for 1 minute.
Okay.
The weapon itself would cost 1,000.
Well, I don't have.
And you
that
see
much.
the scrolls that you were asking for, the sending scrolls. He has exactly 2 sending scrolls in his stock. One sending scroll is 2,500.
Yeah, no. It's gonna that no.
And
I have
upping your spell save
yeah.
DC. This is also the place where a warlock could get a Rod of the Packkeeper. If you just get a +1 Rod of the Packkeeper, it's 1,500 gold. It gives you
What's
a
that?
+1 to your spell attacks and spell DC, and once per long rest, you can regain a spell slot with it.
Ooh, wait.
Wait, what the hell? That sounds good.
Yeah, it's a warlock item.
Okay, so
Once per
how
long
I'm a
rest, you can
warlock.
regain a spell slot.
Yeah.
How
I want
you
a
already
warlock
regain spell
item.
slots on long rests?
No, as in like you can
no,
use
as
the
in
active on it
before.
on the fly to get the spell slot back,
Yeah,
That's good.
Oh,
yeah.
and the
Okay, that
charge
one was-
comes back every long rest.
That was
I'm a
1,500.
You sh-
Yeah,
I only
Yeah,
have.
you
I
should-
should add. I don't know. I don't know if all the gold. I think I'm pretty sure
much do you
either
have?
I added it or someone was added it or added to my sheet. But I have like 2,600.
2,600. Dagon will also kind of chip in to help you here.
Okay.
You see that he's willing to buy the armor for you straight up.
How much was that?
That was 3 grand.
Jesus.
Actually, he'll be able to buy the armor and the weapon with his intimidation check for the same 3 grand. He's basically getting the weapon thrown in there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yes, I will. I would like the rod thing. That's useful. But then the sending. Yeah. Can I find? If not sending, can I find more of that paper somewhere? If not here,
Uh,
then elsewhere.
You can look around more, but it looks like that's a far rarer thing that pirates specifically use.
Okay. Well.
Uh,
Yeah. No, because if the sending is already 25, I cannot do both, so I'll rather go for the rod.
all right. And
yeah,
you
something.
you see like Dagon kind of like looks over at you, and you hear in your head like he's messaging, and you say, "Did you need the scroll to contact someone?"
Yeah.
Fine,
well,
fine,
two
fine.
people.
You get the rod. I'll get the scroll. Don't worry.
You're spending a lot of money. If you don't have to, I can.
I mean,
find
it's the same thing if you spend for me, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of money.
Besides, he owes me a favor. I'm not going to be spending money on that scroll. But we'll get it regardless.
They're just like they're just thinking to themselves, I'm not gonna ask questions about this.
And you see, he kind of like looks at him and just goes, "Well, Rigby, I believe that is all of our business here. I shall catch you soon enough." And as he's like turning away, he's like, "Oh, okay, okay," and like he's putting the other goods away that you guys didn't buy and like everything. And you see, very casually, Dagon with a unseen servant just swipes a scroll, and gonna roll stealth.
Amazing. Oh no.
He's good.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Expertise is great, but yeah.
Yeah.
You see, swipes the scroll, walks out, looks at you, and for you, my dear, he hands you the sending scroll.
Yeah. Thank you. They'll take it and put it away. How much did I? So, how much do I take off? Also including, I guess,
Take
like
1,500 off. That's it.
and including all that, like from like the rest of shipping to all the bits and pieces, like like I said, like art supplies, flowers, like stuff for like for Nedra or whatever.
For all of that put together, just take out like 20 gold.
Okay, so I'll take. Cool. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna say this is me as DM clocking the character, I think, but wouldn't be a deception or a performance check
Oh no. $15.
You see, as you're kind of walking out, he kind of looks over at you like, "Is everything okay? You got pretty stoic in there."
I mean, it was a not kind of place I would normally go to, so you know, I didn't want to mess up, I guess.
Oh, you can mess up, especially against, well, Rigby of all people, I assure you. And you see, he continues and goes, "Well, as long as it was just unease in an unfamiliar place, that's understandable. I was simply worried that maybe you were put off by anything I said in there."
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just, I guess
It
we're training.
matters.
I mean, you introduced me as your friend, is all.
And you see, he kind of like stops, like walking at that, and he looks over at you and like kind of like pulls your hand like closer and just says, "If that felt off to you, my apologies. That was mostly me putting on a bit of a front to make sure he doesn't, well, scam us, so to speak. And the less they know about the other party, it's usually the better. Because in that case, for example, if he knew that we are together, then he would know that I would be willing to spend more for your sake, and he would try to skimp us on that. That was my intent, but of course, if that was a troublesome interaction for you in any way, shape, or form, my deepest apologies." And you see, he just very like lightly like touches your shoulder, and you can like clock like he's like smiling and saying all of this. His eyes are panicking.
Oh no. No, that makes sense. I figured that might be it. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, not at all. If you don't tell me what bothers you, how will I know what bothers you? As I've already said, most things I will stab. The things I cannot stab, I'll deal with in my own way.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
case, I suppose stabbing myself will lead to more bothering, so it's a bit of a problem there.
No, I get it.
And,
It's
yeah,
fine.
you guys kind of like, having that conversation, kind of like go through the shop, and you look at a few of the other things, mostly things that are more and more unsettling that you're choosing not to look at, and eventually you make your way back out. At which point you would have come back to the tavern, and as you come back to the tavern, you rejoin with the party. Once you have left, Dagon would have gone ahead of you. You would have like taken a bit to like walk back, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Like you would have gone and picked up your clothes that you were getting like set for you, and
Yep.
as you do all of that, you come back into a scene of a very emotionally elevated room. Everyone's a little high strung. Some people have teary eyes. You see a lot of the patrons have like given a bit of a wide berth to your entire table and your group, and you see the tavern keeper. She looks pissed. Like,
Yeah.
like kind of very annoyingly like rubbing like a cloth over her counter, and yeah.
Yeah, they look around like, what happened here?
Hmm.
Looking at the rest of the group.
Just a heated debate about motivations and intent, I guess.
Right. Anything I should know?
I mean, there's a lot to unpack. Possibly now not being
And
the time
as you're
to do so.
explaining this, You look over Divana, like behind this very kind of tired and nervous Jasper. Tristan is facing off against Will, just staring down at him, and not with anger, just utter shock on both of their faces. And you just hear Will, in a very quivered voice, kind of eke out just the singular word, son. That's not possible.
Tristan's your son? Tristan's been traveling with us for a while now.
Tristan just looks over and just goes, "Yep. You are who they just said you are, right? William Breckenridge, you said? How are you alive? They told me you died a long time ago." And Will is just catatonic at that point. As Tristan just keeps talking, and he just goes, I've been looking for things about you. I've been trying to figure out what happened to you, what you did. I left my home because I heard.
What? Will, Tristan, why don't we go get a table over in the corner? I'll go buy you both something to drink. And I'm going to try and
I don't want to drink right now. I need answers before I do anything else. I left my home thinking this man died somewhere. I left to find out what happened to him. I left because the way my family was wrong. They admonished him for what he did. I wanted to be a hero, wanted to do the things he did. Make right his wrongs. Prove it to them. He's alive? And what, you work for the Navy? What do you do? Why do you look like this? Why do you look so sad? And you see, first just sounds, incomprehensible, just sounds come out of Will's mouth, just and he just says, I did not know you were alive. I did not know you existed anymore. I have not heard tell or tale of anything back home for the last 4 decades. I have been doing what I can, where I can, and I don't know what you heard, but I am no hero. I'm barely even a soldier at this point. I'm so sorry that this is how you made me. I'm so sorry that I'm not what you thought I would be. They told me you died at birth. How?
Hey, what?
How is this possible? Does sound like the old man to do that, though.
Wait, old man. Did Gold tell you this?
He looks up like,
No. We're probably
my father. the head of House Breckenridge.
You also have a father.
But it makes sense. He wants nothing to do with me, and he wants me to have nothing to do with the house. But you're alive. And you see, he just very, quivering hand gingerly walks up and tries to, just put a hand on Tristan's shoulder, and Tristan just, kind of, flinches back at that. And he looks up none of this makes sense. How? No. But Mother, do you know how much she's had to suffer for your decisions? And you see, he just continues, and Will just says, everything I've done in my life has led to her suffering. Anything I do now will only cause more pain. I have, and always will be, a person who brings misfortune. But I need to know what happened. How is your mother? And you see, Tristan just kind of confused, and his face is just going through an array of emotions as he's sniffling and crying and trying to hold it all back, trying to look almost tough in front of him. And you see, Will just looks kind of stun locked, and in that moment, Tristan just takes one step back and just says, I need to think. I need to figure this out. If you're alive, I have questions for you, but wait, no. And he just turns around, and what am I hearing?
Dogs.
Dog.
Oh,
No,
dog,
says
sorry.
outside the tavern, yes. You see, Tristan just fully storms away, and you see Will just kind of stays there for a moment, and then he looks up, and he just starts storming after him, essentially, as they both seem to walk out of the tavern. And you all are left in this room.
I just stopped one of you from storming away. What?
Should we,
I'm gonna go take care of that. And Tristan
No,
gets up.
okay,
and
we
goes,
can't all leave.
okay, but someone go after them.
I'm going after them.
Okay.
I just stopped him from leaving.
All right. Wait.
But he's not stormed off this time. It's fine.
Yabisi, you're going after?
And talking of leaving.
Roll me a perception just to see if you spot them. Ben?
Yeah, I got 10. I have a passive of 15, but
Okay.
I got a 10.
You spot them on the far end, on the other end of the town square, looking out towards the docks and the ocean, and you see Tristan's kind of leaning over the railing, looking out, and you see Will kind of very slowly approach and lean next to him, and they're quiet for a moment, and then you can't hear them, of course, through all this crowd, but they're quiet for a moment, and then you see Will kind of turn his head towards Tristan, and he starts saying something. They seem to be conversing there, looking out at the ocean. What would you like to do?
I'm not gonna go far. I'm gonna stay there, but I'm gonna keep them within eyeshot.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I have a passive insight of 13.
So if it seems like Tristan is too distressed, then I'll come over. Like if they start arguing or sorry about my dogs.
Okay.
They're being very loud. And I will just keep an eye on them, but I'm gonna stay near the inn. They're just going to town, aren't they? So that I'm close and Estrogen doesn't get too upset.
Yeah.
Everybody. Because we just had a heavy conversation, but UBC loves Tristan and likes Will.
Yeah.
Thinks he's cool, so
you stay there for a bit, watching them like just have like a talk of some kind. Every now and then it gets a little distressed and like it like kind of goes back and forth. And as all of that is happening, Sapphire, you also realize you should probably start getting to the arena. It's almost time.
Yes, anyone can tell Divana what's going on there?
Divana, you just saw all of this happen. You're just like kind of in the doorway.
Oh, good. Here's Cliff Notes. Estrogen and Sprout almost got they got scammed.
We bought traps. We bought traps for the enemy.
Yeah, Jasper and UBC
we bought traps.
Got into a fight with almost got into a fight with the guy that we were supposed to go deliver the package to, and I picked a fight with a piece of shit fucko who was talking shit about Celia and who tried to buy a whole fucking shop just to prove a point.
I mean, for like 2 hours. What the hell?
See, this is what happens when the emotional center leaves.
They look so stressed.
Don't worry about it. We're fine.
You see, almost like instinctual at that point, very like slowly Diego just starts giving you like a shoulder rub as you're like, getting stressed, and he's just like kind of like talking over you, like just being like, at least we had a good eventful shop.
Yeah.
Did you find the stuff you needed?
Yeah, most of it. Yeah, Jasper.
Can I steal 10 minutes of your time, Divana?
Yes, always, as much as you like.
Fresh air, maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, before you go, do you want to bet on my fight?
No, thank you.
You see Devon kind of just like gives you like a nod, like, got you covered.
Against me, just so we can bet against me, so that in case we fuck up,
exactly.
I
don't want to know. I just someone. We'll go. Okay, you know what?
You kind of like drag
on the back of
And Eston's just sitting there like, why does everybody have to go different places? Why can't we just sit and have dinner like a normal family? I mean, team.
You see Red sitting across the table, just like very like resigned, like having like a glass of wine, just looks over at you like, a little bit of a slip there, huh?
I want the world to know. Above table. Aziz, you are an all-star. That was the best freaking one-liner.
Yeah.
Just, why can't we all just sit down like a normal family and have dinner? Yes! Oh, see, now I've upset the dog.
Oh no.
That sounds great. I just had to.
All right. But you sidebar with Devana real quickly. You find like a little like empty spot. Go for it.
Oh gosh, take a seat. You missed a lot while you were away.
Yeah, it seemed I didn't even leave for that long. They'll go sit down, I guess, on my little bench or something.
No.
What?
just I have been questioning my place for some time, Divana.
What do you mean?
And everything today has compounded that. Everything's changing. We're all different people we were when we set out on a tiny quest to fill some time. And God, I'm literally not the same person I was when I entered that temple.
Yeah, I know. But why are you questioning the place? You belong with us. We're all doing this together, right? I mean, I've changed a lot, but you know, we got each other's backs. I mean, I honestly wouldn't know. I don't know how I would do any of this without you, really.
I think you're more capable than you give yourself credit for. And at the moment, I am not capable. I am not keeping it together, and I am not helping anything.
You are. Just what you are. You are very capable. I mean, if anything, I feel like I'm the weakest link here. I mean, now I have to fight, and I don't even know how to do that. But you are very capable.
You'll take to it as quickly as you've taken to everything else. Of that I am confident. But I feel like I'm being pulled towards another path.
What?
I feel like Raven Queen has different plans for me, because everything I would say says to me, but she doesn't really talk. But all the signs that she sends me are leading me at the moment in a different direction.
What are you leaving?
And I think I have to.
But is it? I mean, is it because I dragged you into this? I'm sorry.
Tiffany, you did not drag me into this. If anything, it's the opposite.
No,
isn't it?
if I hadn't asked you to help me with finding my sister, you wouldn't be. You can't leave. I mean, you can, but please don't.
Well, oh God, this is the hardest thing I have ever done, Ivana.
Where are you going?
I don't think. I think it is better that I don't say. I think the more you know, the more problematic this becomes, not least because of what happened earlier today. As I said to UBC, we can't do this if we're watching our backs as well as what's ahead of us. So maybe me being somewhere else for a little bit will take a set of eyes off of all of you.
Just for if you think leaving is going to make it safer, it's not.
I will be back.
When?
I think it will, but I may be wrong. But the point is, I will be back when I am worthy of the mantle placed upon me by she who brought me back.
Oh, you're worthy. If that's your reason for leaving, Jasper, you are worthy now.
I wish that were true. But as I said to you, BC, we are far from ready to challenge the gods, let alone do their bidding.
I don't know if I can do this without you, though. I mean, I don't even know what I'm in for. I feel like everything I know has changed, and but you're the one constant. Do you have to?
I will take a piece of paper out of my pocket, the recognizable paper, and I will just slip it into Devana's hand. I'll say, you can reach me if you need me.
Just once, though. You see, like they're by now they're just like they're
Once will
trying
be
not
enough.
to fully like panic, and trying to keep. I think in their head they're going to when Debria first was like bringing it to them. They're going to leave, and sort of how that went down, and that didn't go down well, and they're trying to avoid a repeat. So they're trying to stay somewhat calm, but they are absolutely like panicked and like crying a little. How you said you would be back? How when are you leaving?
When I don't know. When it feels easiest, and it will not be easy by any means, but it will be easier if you don't know.
Oh no! I do. I would like to know that actually.
No.
Jasper.
No. Nobody needs a proper goodbye. Not when it's temporary.
I do. And they're just like this point like crying.
And that's why we're here.
What?
He will take your hand. I left my family far away on the other side of an ocean and didn't return and haven't returned for a long time. You are more family to me than they are in my mind. And I know that you've been through this once before, and that ended pretty shittily, as we saw. But I'm not going to join a cult. That's.
You see, Jasper is joking, and normally they would try. They would.
And I am coming back.
Normally, Devana would laugh at some of the jokes. They're not laughing now. They are crying and upset.
I know it's shitty timing, but there's never going to be a good time for this. You will be with me every step of the way in what I'm about to do.
No, I... Jasper, it's dangerous. You know that. I would ask you not to, but
What in our lives is not?
that's the problem.
It's danger around every corner, Ivana.
Yeah, and I wasn't made for that. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Months ago, I was just living in a small town. I was nearly finishing my studies. I just wanted to be a medic. And now I'm here and I'm gonna have to fight things. I've sold my soul to keep someone safe. I've made a deal. I'm doing things that I don't understand. And I don't know, Jasper. And I understand that you feel like you, I don't know, need to do stuff to get better, but I do need you. I'm sorry, I don't want to be the reason that you're
I
stuck
need
here.
you and that. No. I need you too, and that is 1,000 times more dangerous than everything else we face, because I tell you this, there is not a bargain I would not make for you, and that is danger.
So you're leaving? Why? For my sake? That's not.
I know I will not put this on you. I'm leaving for my sake, but if an unintended consequences, I don't put you in danger, then I'll take that. I'll hold on to that hope.
All right. Okay. Just, I mean, you've given me this paper. That's just one.
But if it gets dark, one is all it will take. If it gets dark and you need me, send that to me and I will return, no matter where I am.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Okay.
I'm back from the abyss. You watch anything else try and get in my way.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, I trust you.
I'm sorry this had to be now. I'm sorry it had to be now.
It's not your fault. Just I guess if you're I don't know. I mean, you said this is goodbye, or well, I don't know. I would rather know when you leave, though, if you can. Or at least tell me soon.
I'll make sure you know.
Okay.
If you do not see me for 5 minutes, don't worry. If you don't see me for 10, start to panic. If you don't see me for 20, probably don't send out a search party.
Okay.
I can get in all kinds of shit in 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried. Yeah. Okay. And I'll just hug him tightly.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll just fall into that embrace.
You both spend a little time there, just in each other's company, and the quiet but heavy moment. Taking stock of what's been said, what those words mean, and unsure of when you would hear these words again. And that is where we'll take a little break.
Hey, hi, what the fuck? Hello? You can't laugh. What the? What is happening? How long have you been doing this?
I've been known for a while.
I have known
Yeah,
for
so
months.
fucking
Regardless,
no, I'm so I'm what?
while Assis processes all of
Yes.
these difficult feelings, we're gonna go on a break. We'll be back in like 15 minutes, at which point we
have an
have
hour.
Sapphire's big day.
Yay!
Hello, we are back after many, many heavy conversations and many, many little tiny adventures.
We're supposed to all stay at the table and eat. This
It
is
is
not how this works.
now time to feast instead. As it
And
is.
you are the reason why I had to up my charges on my therapy. I swear to fucking god. I keep
Amazing.
waving that little sign sometimes where it says I need therapy, but like I mean it. this is bad for my heart. I only have one. You can't do this to me.
Just use your backup one, it's fine.
But maybe I don't have a heart because Sprout is.
Oh no, I assure you, Sprout has a heart.
Wait, no, but Leshies are plants.
Exactly.
Leshies are plants. Plants don't have hearts.
Uh-huh.
It could be an
Regardless,
artichoke plant.
Sure.
It is about an hour and a half to the time of Sapphire's match, and you all realize it is time to move along. I'm assuming everyone's gonna go spectate at the very least. You head on over back to the commercial side past the Adventurers Bazaar. You see the gigantic arena here. Very different from the little like pit fight you guys witness back on the Sword Coast. This is a proper like coliseum of sorts. And you see all kinds of people walking in. It seems a little bit of like marketing has been done since it's an exhibition match for the arena. They're just getting as many viewers as they can. And hell yeah.
Okay, I mean,
I'm down. Let's go.
yeah, I thought we agreed that Anna's meeting Tan up when they come visit.
Yes.
This is so
Yeah.
bad. I don't want any part in this. Goodbye.
Oh, you see the grand hall at the entry with these long pillared banisters with like different banners of symbols you don't recognize for the most part, except a few imperial ones. Beyond that, you see there's like multiple stairways going in and upwards towards what you would expect are like stands. There's like a little like registration desk up front for anyone who wants to like set up an exhibition match while there's no tournament or festival happening. You see to your right there's like a long counter where there are a few tabaxi and a couple of like humans and whatnot who have set up like, you know, the quote unquote official above table like betting hall. And as you all enter, Sapphire, you just hear a oh from across the way. And you see Edward Castor with a full retinue of people once more walks up. And here I thought you wouldn't even show up. Well, I suppose it's a good thing that I invited some guests to watch as well. Now, I believe these are the people you will be roping into doing a job for me once all of this farce is dealt with.
No comment.
Wait, are we all there?
Yeah, you're all there.
Has Devana been briefed on who this is? That's
Oh
all?
yeah. All of you know exactly who
Um,
this is now.
Estrogen is eyes locked on that guy, just giving him a stare down until he looks back.
He looks at you, looks past you. He doesn't seem to pay you any mind.
I'm just going to
Sprout-
keep staring until he locks eyes with me. He
Sprout
has
sort
to
of
lock eyes
pulls
with me.
on
Remain
Devana's like
inside, Estrogen. Yeah, what were you saying,
Mhm.
Sprout?
I was saying that Sprout sort of pulls on Devana's like hand and goes, what? Why does he sound like that?
Uh, uh, yeah. Good question.
What was the insight? Estrogen? 8? Yeah, you don't seem to see, but like, yeah, he doesn't lock eyes with you, really. And you see, like, as he like looks over at Safa, no, before everyone gets all comfortable, let's make our way over to the green room. You can have a little meet with my champion that I've chosen myself. And after that has been dealt with, you can prepare and say whatever little prayers you want to say before all of the city sees what happens to people like you.
All right, dude.
Sorry.
And he just starts walking in a direction.
Wait,
Not
I've got a
even man
question.
enough to fight your own battles.
Sorry, I come from a small town. Forgive me. I've never really met someone, I guess, of status before. Where are you from?
Oh, I suppose I can enlighten you. I am a noble from the great kingdom of Ibrakal.
Right, I see. Second question. How exactly would your body decay any different from mine when we both die by the abyss?
Roll me an intimidation.
See, you're having none of this.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Hang on, let me.
Holy shit, dude. What the fuck, Anna?
Devana so much.
Yes.
I swear to God, thank
That's
you.
that's a 19 on the die for a what's my intimidation for a 22.
You see,
Yeah.
he looks at you like, I assure you, we live different and we die different as well. I will be preserved in the great light of Salima, while you will die wherever common people go when they die, I suppose. And you can see he's a little rattled. You can talk it, no one else. He's a little rattled behind the eyes.
Yes.
And you see he looks back to Sapphire. Oh, stop wasting time. And like he just starts walking off. And as he starts walking off, you just hear like they would kind of just whisper to you like, I can kill him, right?
I would look away if you did, I guess.
Yeah, same.
Great. Because
I
honestly,
will.
this is exactly why I fucking left that place. Ibrakal, that is.
Yeah. I
Everyone's
can
fucking pompous like that.
Oh, so that's where you get
Jasper
it
will
from.
nudge
Just looks at you like,
Dagon
uh-huh. Jasper.
and just go. He's right in one thing. I think he and Devana will die very differently. He'll be curled up in a ball in piss-covered trousers while Devana's staring down the abyss.
You see, Dagon kind of chuckles at that. He's like, oh, I can picture it so clearly. especially because I'll be the one doing it. And as you see that, Sapphire, he looks over to you. He's like, "Now, Sapphire, I have a really good sense of, taking what I dish out. But if you ever call me a noble Asimar again, that is one thing that I will stab you for while you're sleeping."
Oh, I wasn't calling you a noble Asimar. I was calling you a pompous jerk. But noted. Good to know.
If it's on the same line as the level of pompous you just saw, he just kind of like does this, like, it's kind of up there.
Listen,
Let's just say a dagger slips my hands. Who knows?
no,
Regardless.
fair. I look over at Divana and I look back at him and it's like, listen, if you want to come over and stab me in the middle of the night, all you have to do is ask me.
I
You just
wouldn't. I'd rather just, stab at his ego a little bit.
He just looks at you like, "Oh, I have a very particular target to stab. Thank you very much." And he walks over to he looks over at the gambling thing, and then he's like, "Okay, no, might as well first walk with Castor." And that everyone, I'm assuming, goes to the green room before the match starts.
Tan, is it too
yes.
late to ask Dagon to fight for me?
Yes.
Oh, you thought that would work?
I didn't consider that we could ask the NPCs. That's.
You couldn't. I was not gonna let you.
Okay, fair enough. He's
but
also
also
significantly higher level than us, so
Dagon is not.
Exactly.
No, he just has a lot of fancy fucking items. He's not that helpful level. But you see, you guys all get into this like green room. Like you go like along the side away from the crowd, and you enter this chamber where you see the walls have like just armor racks and weapon racks of all kinds of different weapons. They're all like mundane for the most part, well kept, but like no magical stuff. And you see like there's like two different tunnels going ahead from here, like what seem to be to like the two entry points for the different fighters. And you see as he walks in here, he's like, "Now, to introduce you all to my champion, as I assume you will be representing yourself. My champion would be a hero of the Onrush."
Wait,
And
What?
he kind of like looks over and he says, "His name is Barabbas Bonebite." And you see
wait.
this Arakocra with like a kind of like blue and red
Fuck,
like
he can
kind of
fly. Fuck.
feathers. And you see he kind of walks up for an Arakocra, kind of looking a little swole. And you see he is wearing
Is
like
the Arakocra that Steve like hit on?
Of course it
Fuck!
is.
Wait, which one? What?
and you see he's wearing like this
Onrush.
beautifully
I don't
well
remember
appointed
this one.
full plate armor, which is like kind of silvered, has all these like crests and stuff on it. You see at his side rests a very well kept and intimidating looking warhammer. You see at both his sides on like belts are a set of twin blades, one longer than the other, and they're like very, very thin and like slightly curved at the end. And on his back is yet another longer blade as well. And you see he just kind of walks up to all of you, gives you all like a nod, and Castor continues and says, "Yes, Barabbas here will be my champion, and he will be making quick work of you." And you see Barabbas kind of just like looks over at all of you, looks at Sapphire, who he gathers is the one who's being talked to here, and just goes, "Greetings. Let's have a good fight."
Yeah, Sapphire extends his hand and
He
fair, clean
shakes
fight
your hand.
to not to the death, I hope, but
I mean, accidents tend to happen,
exactly.
of course. But I would rather you live so you can actually work your end of the bargain. Though I suppose it's a win-win for me. And you see, Barabbas is just like, "Yeah, I've been in the arena before. Taking it's your first time, don't worry too much. We have healers on standby as well.
Yeah, good to know.
Mm,
So, what can you do? Anything I should be prepared for?
Barabbas.
And I just
You,
I just wink at
you
him.
see, Castor just fully cuts you off. He's just like, don't bother answering their little petty questions, Barabbas. Someone as important as you should also get ready for your little fight. Why, after all, do they even deserve this information? And Barabbas kind of just like looks at Castor. He's like, as you say, sir. Well,
I mean, wouldn't someone as esteemed and as someone who is held in such high regard and fights for honor, wouldn't you want a fair fight?
you see, he was like walking away. He like looks back at you and he just says, I assure you, I will not be doing anything untoward during our battle. I do what I always do. I fight with what I have, and I eliminate the threat.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though. I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat at all. This guy's just being a fucking entitled as noble as the nobles are. But anyway, that's not the point. I hope you prep according to your things, and I'll see you in the arena. Yeah.
And it just gives you like a nod at that, and he starts walking off, and you see Castor just looks at you. I'm sure all of you can buy your own tickets, of course. I will be in one of my own private
I just
viewing
glares at
booths
him.
with some esteemed
Oh.
guests.
Oh no, of course not. These are my guests, and if I'm fighting in this arena on your insistence, my guests will enter for free.
You have. It's not my arena. If you wish to enter, that's on you. The entry that has been permitted for you is your own. I have registered the match and paid for your entry there already.
It's all
If
right. Well, it's all
you're-
right. We'll pay our own tickets with the money that we earn through well fought battles and doing good in the world.
Can't imagine it earns all that much then. And he kind of like walks off with his guards. And after that, in a little bit, like some of the arena staff also come in, like escort most of you out, other than Sapphire. You see, Jasper, as you were gonna go place a bet, you go there, and there's like this tabaxi who like looks up at you, like kind of like grim spectacles, a little older man it seems, and he's just like, yes, you wish to place a bet?
Yeah, what are the odds on Barabbas?
He kind of just looks around. He's like, oh, well, the fighter isn't announced yet, actually. And he kind of like tells you to like keep it on the hush. And he just kind of goes, the odds aren't great. Looking at the bets laid out right now, it would be about a 50% earnings if you bet on the, what is this, Sapphire? And it is, it's 50% earnings if you bet on a Barabbas. And it's about 10x earnings if you bet on Sapphire. Who do you wish to place a bet on?
I would love to gamble, but I would like to put 7,000 gold on Barabbas.
7,000.
I see.
And just in case, my friend here, and I will point to Sprout. My friend here wants 200 on Sapphire,
He kind of just looks. He's like,
and I will hand the 7,200 over.
as you're like pulling the gold out, he just asks, all right. Name?
Best to put it down under Sheldon. Flash.
Yes.
Sprout sort of looks at
Do you speak Thieves'
Jasper.
Cant?
What?
Does Jasper speak Thieves' Cant?
Do I?
Oh shit.
Just going to look. Bear with.
I mean,
No.
You
So
see,
yeah.
as you say Sheldon Flash, the tabaxi looks up at you and says something that you don't understand, waits for a second and sees like no recognition in your eyes, continues like, right, Sheldon Flash, okay.
Hot.
I'll, I'll just say no relation if I clock that he recognized the name.
You see, he does not respond to saying no relation.
Sprout is kind of pulling on Jasper's leg because Jasper did like point to them earlier, and they're like,
Yep.
"What? Why did is 700 more than
Oh, yeah,
200?"
just- as I'll take the betting tickets or whatever we're given, and as we're walking away, I'll say, it's just really frowned upon if you back both outcomes yourself. So what we did was you put some money on Sapphire to win, and I put some money on Barabbas to win.
But why is it frowned upon? What if they're both my friends
Because
and I want both of them to win?
bookmakers don't like it if you can't lose.
You see,
Oh, that's shitty.
as you're saying that, you
You're
see
right.
Egglet saunters up to the gambling table. You see he reaches into his bag and he pulls out a full
Okay.
ingot of gold,
Oh my god.
and he puts it down on the table and says, "This shiny rook on Sapphire."
Sweetheart.
And you see, he says, and name? Egglet Callahan. Do you fight? And like it goes into a whole conversation of the clerk explaining that he's not a fighter here, he's just doing a job. You see, after that, Dagon also walks up to the counter and he goes, "Yes, I'd like to place a bet on the Sheldon Flash." And you see, the clerk looks up and just goes, "Oh, we already have a bet under that name. Would you like to add to that bet?" And you see Sheldon just pause and go, "Well, how much is the bet?" "Oh, I see. Lovely. In which case, no relation. Sheldon Flash, my own bet. Put it under Sheldon Flash 2 or something. I don't know." And you see, he pulls out what looks like about 10 grand.
Nice.
And he places the bet, and you see the man again says something in Thieves' Cant, and you hear Sheldon respond in Thieves' Cant. And you see, as he goes to pass him the ticket, instead of passing the ticket, you see the clasp hands for a second as he walks away.
No, but did he say who he's betting on?
Barabbas.
Oh, okay, good. It's all
Estrogen
coming together.
Would like
Excellent.
to place a bet. Estrogen would also like to place a bet.
Go for it.
I want to go up and just put like 300 gold on Sapphire.
Nice.
All right.
So we're guaranteed
Alright.
at least 8,500 gold more.
You're very optimistic about math.
All
no,
right.
if I
You-
lose, we still get that much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After that, you all heading up to the stands. You see,
How much is the entry
entry
ticket?
is 1 gold.
Oh, thank fuck for that. Okay.
Okay, that's
The way he was talking, it was like, I thought it was going to be like, a couple hundred.
Oh no, he doesn't expect you guys to have the 1 gold to pay for the ticket.
No, that's what I'm like. Yeah, no, I've met rich people that no idea of money at all.
That motherfucker.
So
Like, oh, you're poor, so you can't buy anything, right? That's as far as his brain goes. And you all get your tickets. You start heading in into the
Cam, one question. Will we have chance to see Sapphire immediately before fight to buff if necessary?
Okay. So am I heading towards the thing, or are we still together?
Yeah, no. So yeah, I'll cut you in a second. Essentially, like bright day. You guys are all out. It's like 3 in the afternoon. Crowd is already cheering. Like no one's even there. Crowd's just cheering. Fanfare's happening. You see people like
Specify
carrying
that
like
Sprout
confessions
will
around.
stay on Egglet's shoulders in order to see.
Hell yeah. Even Eglet's sitting down. No one behind him can watch the match. You see, they're all like looking up to like these like parts of the arena that are like kind of closing in up top, where there are these like crystals hanging, which kind of light up suddenly, and they're like shots looking straight down at the cat. They're all scrying crystals, and they're all looking straight down at the arena from different angles. So people like high up or further back, everyone can see, kind of a thing. And you see, firstly, then Sapphire. You're in like the final like break room. There's like any weapons or anything if you want to grab from here, you can. Beyond that, there's this whole long table full of all this exotic food, drinks, fruits, all kinds of stuff. And it's kind of like a feast prepared before like the gladiators go into battle. Would you partake in any of it?
Does it look like the food is just regular food, or does it look like it's magical?
It certainly looks magical to you.
Okay. So I will... Are the others with me, or have they left?
No, you're alone.
Okay, so before I leave the others, I would like to like really quick just turn to them and like, okay, does anybody know how to cast fly? Can anyone help me with that? No? Okay, that's fine.
I can give you some other plan if that helps.
And I just look at Jasper and like, inspire me.
I demand a bardic inspiration.
Oh no.
So this is my question. So it lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
It will be just enough to last until the start of the fight. I'll say that.
Till the start of the fight. Okay, so I will give them inspiration, and I will say that you will have to use this off the bat. First action.
Yeah.
Use this buff.
Works
the best I can do.
And then I look at...
so you get a D6.
Nice. I look at Sprout and I'm like, how far... Okay, just like, how far from the audience would the arena be? Or like, would the
it's all like,
fighters be?
Based on this,
could Sprout potentially throw, let's say, holy water and bless me once I enter the fight?
I don't know. You haven't been to this arena before. You don't know how it's going to work.
I'm gonna...
Okay. And what is the
I think
healing?
before we leave,
Let me check something real quick. One sec.
What were you saying, Aziz?
Oh, fuck.
while I check. Estrogen, like after hearing Sapphire say like can any of you cast fly, will just be like, I can help, and we'll just take out the spider staff and cast spider climb on Sapphire, just in case.
How long does that last?
1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah, you have spider climb. There you go.
Nice.
Go.
Here's the thing. Is technically, what does an Aarakocra count as? Would it count as a like celestial being, sort of like despite it being?
It's a humanoid. Yeah.
Damn it! I want. I was. Fine.
Can I guess when we're taking seats, check if because the last time we had a fight, it was like wards around the thing that prevented outside stuff. Can I look if that's the case here as well?
I'll say you don't even need a roll. Yes, that is very much the case here.
Yeah,
Fuck again! I can't do shit.
I cannot do. I mean,
if anything, it is far more robust here. There seems to also be like things there for like the audience's safety, stuff like that. Like there's a whole abjuration barrier around the entire thing.
Figured, yeah.
But
man.
Yeah, Sapphire, are you partaking in anything on the table?
Yeah, all of it.
All of it?
One of each.
Not everything. Constitution saves.
3 constitution saves. Okay. First one. Oh no, that's a check, I think, right? That's a check, not a save. Fuck. My bad. Okay, the first one is
That's again a
16.
check.
No, that's a save.
Oh, no, now it's fine. Yeah, no, now
16,
it's a save. Yeah.
20,
20.
and third one is 8. Fuck.
Okay. So first you start biting into like this big meaty dish, and as you're like kind of eating it, you feel yourself kind of getting almost like reinvigorated suddenly, and you you get temporary hit points
Nice.
equal to your max health plus your level.
What the fuck? That's 49
Wait,
temporary hit
what?
points.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. So this is going
as
to
you
be
start,
Okay, yeah.
start eating into the fruit on the natural 20, you get two things actually on the 20. You firstly, once during this fight, can use the feature Action Surge.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
And secondly, once during this fight, you can use a bonus action to recover a spell slot of level 3 or lower.
Nice.
And your armor class increases by 1 for the fight.
Oh, fuck, okay. Nice.
On the 8, that's the ale. You start like drinking down as you're feasting, and you immediately kind of cough and spit as you're trying to eat and drink so many things, and that just like fucks you up a little. You don't seem to get anything from it. If anything, your body kind of like stops there. It's like it's not going further to eat more. Like it's just like, okay, that's enough. That's
Fair
enough. I'll throw up before a fight otherwise, kind of a vibe.
Mhm.
And yeah, so you do all of that. Meanwhile, you see back up at the arena, all of you guys see like this very well dressed high energy half elf walks out, and they just go, hello everyone, welcome to the Bulkard Coliseum. Today we have a unique scenario indeed. We have an exhibition match scheduled by a noble from the city of Hebrikal. We have and you see he's like looking down at very clearly hastily written notes. We have one Edward Castor who has set up an exhibition match against one Sapphire. And as all of you are aware, in the arena, anyone can send a champion, and Edward Castor has elected a unique fighter to grace us with his presence. Someone this arena knows far too well.
Fuck.
Someone who has made a name for himself within this arena and battles far beyond. It is a hero of the dreaded Onrush, a survivor and veteran of war, Barabbas Bonebite. As you see, like the iron grate opens as he, fully armored up, hammer in one hand, this big tower shield in the other hand, covering most of his body on one side. As he just a clonk, clonk, clonk walks out, looks at everyone, and just silently just raises his hammer over his head.
Would I not have had a chance to talk to him before the fight?
No. That's
Fuck.
exactly what Castor did. Castor sent him away before you could talk to him. And you see, and now a word for our sponsor. And you see Castor, you all notice he's up at these high viewing booths. And you see he kind of stands up towards the crowd and with a thaumaturgy speaks out and just goes, welcome everyone. Thank you for gracing us with your presence this fine day. As we have such a unique opportunity for such a lovely exhibition match, I have sought to invite a guest of honor to this situation as well. I hope my guests, Prince Oslam Khal and your retinue, please enjoy yourselves as well as I dedicate this festive battle to you. And you see, kind of does a very flourished bow from his balcony, looking up towards another higher viewing booth, where you see this child walks up to the balcony. It's an Asmar. And before Anna gets mad at me for misaging people again, I will clarify. When I say child here, a very young man, but probably still like reaching the cusp of young adulthood. So it'll be like, he looks like 17 or 18.
I was a child. Okay. 17, 18. I'm writing it down right now.
17!
Now
That's a
I am
monster!
now I am elaborating why. You see his person
Uh-huh.
still looks very like
Ay,
almost
ay.
baby faced and like a beautiful visage of just these 3 sets of glowing wings on his back, this glowing fire coming out of the tail ends of his ears, and a halo projected behind him, his entire skin glowing this like light blue. And you see on either side, like flanking on either side, you see there is a very wizened old looking daughter standing next to him. And on the other end, you see another Asama woman. She seems to have 2 sets of wings, little less bit of a glow compared to his, of course. Wearing like a full set of armor, has a long sword at her side and like a bow slung over her shoulder. And she seems like a bodyguard. And what throws you guys off a bit more is standing a little further behind, like this, like retinue. You see Celia.
the
Nervously shocked Steph standing there.
Damn it. This fucking guy.
I mean, no, it's not that guy. Gore said he'd get her to talk to some high ranking people who can help her. He got her in a room with the Carls. And you see the prince speaks up and very quietly and very like gently just goes, hello, everyone. Thank you for such a warm welcome. I have not been to this fine city before, but to receive such a kind place is reassuring in times like this. And I have partaken much of your city already, and I am quite pleased indeed. As for this exhibition match, thank you to Lord Castor for hosting us for such a big occasion, and I hope everyone here enjoys the match and the spectacle, and I hope that everyone here partakes in what, and you see kind of like looks over to the turtle, and then he like looks back and just goes to free sets of confessions and drinks to everyone attending today on behalf of the Carls, and erupting cheers like, yeah! Some people are just yelling free booze, and you see yeah, and you see he just like looks out and goes, well, I would not wish to take more of any of your times, so I believe it's time to see our challenger and then to begin. And he kind of just like gives like a clap at that, and like more cheers erupt, and you see the announcer on the ground level like does like a deep bow and just looks over towards the other gate and goes, and now introducing the person who will be taking on this hero, the person who will be taking on this champion, silver dragonborn with the power of ice and magic at their side. We have Sapphire Stonewall. And there's a few cheers and stuff like, yeah, but
How
like
the
most people
fuck
don't know
does
the
he
name.
know my name? But okay. So tell me this:
He
when
registered
the
the name,
entrances, when they're playing the fanfare and stuff, is it like people just playing the drums? Is it music? Is it what is happening?
It's like fanfare music, so it's like trumpets and drums for the most part.
Okay. So I'm assuming I would be able to instruct the musicians on what to play when I enter, or is that like, is it just generic music?
It is generic music as you're entering.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Like, Caster arranged all of this. He
Oh,
did
yeah,
not
fair.
give your side any mind.
Fair enough. I just walk
And-
out and I raise my hands. And while I'm raising my hands, I'm gonna send a message to Barnabas, whatever.
Barnabas,
And the message says, Caster has offered me 100,000 platinum if I win this fight. If I win, half of it is yours.
He replies with, "Do what you want of your money, but I will not be throwing any fight, I assure you."
That's disappointing, but I get it.
You have back in your head, you have your reasons, and I have my duty, regardless of the unsavory circumstance.
I respect that.
And you all meet each other. Wait, let me move the map to the arena map. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Do I have an Arakokra token? It'll be funny if I don't, huh? Oh, I do. Okay, we're fine.
Oh shit, we're doing map?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is great.
Yeah. Then we need a sapphire.
It's been a while since we used a map, so everything is all over the place.
Oh no.
Yeah, I remember I think when I produced, I also had to move shit around. It's the thing.
All right. And you see, like, the announcer leaves as they just kind of announce, like, and with that, let the match begin. Roll me initiative.
Oh shit, yeah, that's a thing we have to do.
It's been a while since combat.
That's a 5. Oh no.
All right. Bravos is going first.
Got the Bardic still.
You want to burn it on the initiative? Up to you.
I can only use it in the first round, right?
I'll roll a d4. Hold on.
Because
You
of.
can use it the first 2 rounds. I'll say you have that much time left.
Can I see
You have
what
the
his
first 2
initiative is?
rounds.
Is it more than 11?
I'll let you know. Yes, it's more than.
Then there's no point, right?
Yeah. I don't want you to waste your inspiration. But yeah. So you see, as you're like kind of gearing up, he just kind of clangs his hammer against his shield, puts both of them like slightly lower as he just steps into the ground, and with breakneck blinding speed, even though he's covered in heavy armor, a tower shield, he just within a split second appears right in front of you. And he's gonna make 4 attacks.
Fuck.
Uh,
First round elimination is what I'm looking at.
24 hits you, I assume.
What does?
24.
Yeah.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. Does a 20 hit you?
No.
All right. And 29. Okay, cool. So you see he comes in with his hammer, brings it down to your side at first. It slams into you for... That is 16 damage.
Okay.
He pulls it back, brings it over to the other side, slams it in for 17 damage. As you get like blaster on both sides, as he's bringing it up, you kind of like take a step back, dodge the third strike, and as you dodge the hammer coming down on you, he brings it back up with an uppercut that hits you for... Well, that was 2 hits, right? So this is the third. So this will have this dice. Very low damage roll. 9 damage.
Okay.
That is his turn.
Oh, that is great. Almost all of my temporary HP is gone. That's great.
These things happen. What do you do? Your turn.
Remember Mike and us being concerned, and you said that we got this.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Yes.
The magical wards, are they also full goblin proof?
You can try.
Okay,
depends what you're trying
when
to
do
do.
I get to do this?
After
Can
this
I do it
turn, then say.
after? Lovely.
Wait, so Sapphire, what are you doing?
He's pretty close next to me, right?
He's in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Gonna pull out my wand of magic missile and just boom, 6 levels.
Just,
right yeah, just literally like look at him and be like, okay, motherfucker, and it doesn't even. I don't even like move the wand. It literally like closing the space between us, and it's like it shoots out from the wand and just hits him in the chest repeatedly. Just boom, boom, boom. That's what 3 plus 6, 9 shots, right? At level 6.
How many? Are you burning all charges?
Not all. I'm leaving one.
Okay, so 6
It has 7 charges,
would be
right?
at the
So
6th level.
6th level
So-
is 9, right? 3 plus 6.
Yeah, correct.
So 94 plus 9, which is not a lot. When it comes to people of this guy's size. But what? Oh, shit. That's 36 damage immediately.
Yeah, you see, you just pull up the wand and just blast the entire fucking combo into it. As like he just gets pelted by bullets essentially. As you see, like duck, takes all of it. And any bonus actions?
Bonus action, I am thinking what I will do is I am going to use two of my sorcery points to quicken a spell. And I'm going to reach forward, grab him by the throat, and I'm going to well, actually, I can't really grab him by the throat, can I? Because that counts as a. I'm trying to see. Most of my attacks are like range damage, so like this is a problem because he's right in my ass.
All right.
I'm gonna chill touch him.
Okay.
Because my reasoning is he will not be able to heal. Yeah.
All right.
So because he won't be able to heal, then that's my thing for it. Let me just hope I roll well. That's a 22.
20.
Tell me that hits.
Hold on. 22 does not hit.
Fuck off! What do you mean?
He has a giantess tower shield.
Bardic.
Bardic?
Bardic.
Oh yeah, I'm using my Bardic. Fuck it, yeah. That's a 26.
26 hits.
Okay. And damage for that is not much. Again, only so
See,
much.
he pulls his shield up
Are you
against your
kidding
chill
me?
touch, and as your hand is reaching, you just feel it kind of crackle with a single musical note that is in the shape of a bird as it pierces back and hits for how much damage?
2 damage.
2 damage, all right. As you do 2 core damage, that is your turn. As like he gets pelted by that, the ice hits him on the side. He takes a breath, like, not bad. And he will, you see, just with like a heavy hand, just like slam the Warhammer down on you for 2 swipes.
Wait, I thought I got to attempt something.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes. What are you trying to do here?
Okay, well, first question. Is he within 30 feet of me?
No.
Oh, then forget I even said anything.
Like, closest to the wall of the arena even is, like, the wall would be 30 feet away. You're, like, a little further up on the stand. So, yeah, a little too far. You see, he brings the hammer down on you for. Oh wait, he'll first use his bonus action to. You see, he focuses in, and a gem lights up on the warhammer, and he goes for one attack with that. Okay, for the two swipes, I rolled a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Fuck.
So first for the crit, as that comes in for, and that was with the gem. Let's see. Okay. So that's 2 plus 7, 8 plus 5, 12. 24 damage. Very
Okay.
low damage rolls. Then with that, you see he like brings that down, slams into your back as you like kind of cough up some blood. And as you're looking back up and he's going for another slam, you see on his shoulder, like where the chill touch hit, you see his shoulder kind of creasing against like the cool down and chilled metal of his armor, and his like shoulder just kind of freezes up as he just kind of stumbles a little and he drops the warhammer.
Oh shit.
And he kind of winces in pain at that. And as the warhammer drops out of his hand, a lot of the crowd goes like, "Ooh!" And that is your it's your turn now.
Okay, so tell me this: if I pull out a weapon, is that a bonus action or is that a free action?
To pull a weapon out if you're not already holding a weapon is a free action.
And if I want to grab the weapon, his warhammer, is that also a free action?
I will let you roll a sleight of hand, DC 15. If you beat the DC, I'll let it be one singular object interaction. Otherwise, it'll
Okay.
take an action to pick up the warhammer.
Okay, so I'm gonna first attempt to pick up the warhammer, which is sleight of hand. Fuck, that's a 13. God damn it. Okay.
So, do you want to spend an action to pick it up?
First, I'm going to use my bonus action, and I'm going to Form of Dread transform. Immediately, the fucking. I also should have used it earlier, but I missed that, so we'll use it later. You see wings shoot out from behind Sapphire. They turn first. They like glow really white, and then they turn black, and then Sapphire's teeth, they start dripping green venom, and there's like you feel like there's a shadow that's cast under Sapphire, which is darker than the shadow from the lights and the sun or whatever else for it. Yep. This guy has to make a save. I believe it's a.
That's when you attack.
No, wait. He's frightened of me until the next end of my next turn is when I hit him with an attack. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so,
you got to land the attack first.
Cool. I'm going to use my action to pick up the hammer.
All right.
I'm going to action surge to disengage.
What's your strength score, Sapphire?
Oh, my strength score. Fuck. It's a 13.
Roll me an athletics to see if you can pick the hammer up.
God damn it, Aran.
I didn't remember that either.
Yeah,
I remember
but you were like, he flirted with an Aarakocra. I'm like, he was the only Aarakocra in the order, so it has to be him.
Like, listen, the thing with the Aarakocra was this. Went in tent. It was like right after we got the whole thing, whatever. Went out of tent, and I do remember at some point there was an Aarakocra he was trying to get in the pants of. I know that for certain.
That sounds accurate. I don't remember it, but it sounds.
I remember that it was an Aarakocra.
See, are you back? Are you with us?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, we went up to
my
24
God.
viewers. What the fuck?
What?
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
What happened?
That's not on my end.
Yeah, it's the same here.
I'm seeing.
So, hello.
Hello, everyone.
It fluctuates.
Is it a raid?
I don't know.
No, I didn't see a raid. It just happened.
I didn't see a raid either.
Hello, everyone.
Anyway.
Who just tuned in.
What the fuck?
Right now, Sapphire, our Dragonborn mage, is fighting a hero of a war in an arena fight, and it's not going well. Oh, the numbers went up and down again. Yeah, it's fluctuating wildly.
I don't know what the fuck
It's
happened.
clearly
It's
only
back to
happening
9
to
now.
you.
Okay.
Oh, someone else.
No,
also
it's
saw it.
happening.
I also
it's happening
see it.
to
I'm
me
also
too.
seeing
Yeah,
it.
I can see it.
Yeah, when
It's
Stream
weird.
dies, the numbers drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about dropping. It was going up.
No, the numbers
What
are going up. But yeah.
Yeah, it was going up. And then,
I
Regardless,
don't even
you
see
use your
Stream.
action to try and lift the hammer up. It does not budge. What do you do?
God damn it, Dan.
Hit on the hammer.
You rolled a 9. I'm sorry, man. Technically, you're not even supposed to be able to lift it up usually because the strength requirement.
Okay. I'm going to.
use the momentum to throw it.
No, I'm gonna. Fuck. Let me check. What can I do? Fuck it. He's still holding his shield though, right? Even though his hammer is dropped.
Yep.
Okay.
You should hit on his shield.
No, I'm gonna action surge, and I'm going to use my and I'm gonna use my full movement. Wait, no, I already have movement. I don't need to action surge. I'm gonna use my movement, and I'm gonna run as far away from him as possible, right? Towards yeah, but he's only gonna punch me, right? He doesn't have anything else.
He has Arakocra claws. Yeah, he's gonna use his talons.
Okay.
As you try to like back off, he tries to attack you with his talons. Ooh, bad roll. 17.
17 does not hit at all.
Oh, you see, he tries to just like grab you. By the way, you're lucky. He has Sentinel,
Oh shit.
so he would have stopped you as well. But yeah, you see, he tries to claw at you. You like just dodge out of the way and you like back off. How far back do you go? Where do you go?
I'm legging it towards estrogen. Wherever the rest of the party is where I'm running.
You can get till there. Like
Till there. Okay. So now I'm going to action surge.
Oh, okay.
Action surge, does it give you your movement back as well, or is it only
No,
action?
good action.
Only action, right? I could use.
But you can use that action to move.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because this fucker can fly as well, right? So fuck it. I'm gonna use my action to move, which is a stupid thing. I should not be wasting action surge on movement. But I'm gonna climb up the wall because I have spider climb. I'm gonna climb up the wall.
So it's dash. The wall is about 15 feet high. After that, it's the stands.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go as high as I can, even if it's into the stands.
You can't go into the stands. There's a barrier around.
Okay, I'm gonna stand on the edge of the wall.
Standing on like a 15-foot incline, like a goat, essentially.
I'm gonna I'm gonna
like
climb
this,
up
like
and I'm
perpendicular.
Yeah, like that, exactly. Yeah.
No, goats are like this. Sapphire's like this.
Yeah.
This and this.
Go on.
And
you know why goats climb that high, right? They crave that mineral.
Yeah. Action surge doesn't give me bonus action though, right? It only gives me action. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do that and just gonna look at him in the face and be like, "Come at me, motherfucker!" And yeah. Oh, I forgot to add my temporary HP for my thing. Oh, I'll add that, but that's my turn.
All right. Estrogen, is there anything you want to try to do?
At 30 feet? Is he within 30 feet?
Yeah.
I would like to attempt to walk flash.
No. I am within 30 feet. The guy is not.
I'm talking about the guy.
Guy's too far.
Yeah, so then I'm not. What can I do if Steve's in 30 feet and all my
Oh
magic is
no,
blocked?
Steve did all of this. Why are you
I need the
I'm
guy.
trying to goad him to come to me so then you can do the thing.
All right.
Yes,
So
it's fine. So I'm not doing
back
anything
to-
until the guy is in 30 feet.
I have mind of idea, but I don't, how far away?
Oh, also, one more thing I'd like to do is I'm gonna desperate times. I'm gonna use my free talking is a free action to look up and be like, "Hey, Dad, can you help?"
Calling for a divine intervention for your fucking exhibition, man. Roll me a religion with disadvantage.
No,
You're beseeching the god of
Imagine
justice.
calling your
that's cheating.
You're calling
This
the god
feels
of
like a
justice and honor.
kindergarten.
to
This
help
feels
you
like
in
a
the middle of a 1v1.
kindergarten.
Okay. Can I reframe it then? Instead of "Hey Dad, can you help?" Can I just say, "Hey Sebastian, can you help?"
You know what? That's funnier.
Roll me an Arcana check. Let's see what happens.
You're calling the butler? What the fuck?
Oh, that was almost a 1. Thank fuck. That's a 10. It's still not
Hey,
great,
I mean,
but better than a 1.
if they want to play like nobles, what's the
Roll
most
D100.
noble like thing to do?
Yeah.
Butler?
Roll D100? You want me to do it or you're doing it?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, this
Oh,
is.
okay.
It's a feature for Sebastian. That's why.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You feel like literally as you like perpendicular from the wall, you look below at your shadow, and you feel your shadow kind of like move and shift for a moment, and you feel the barrier around kind of flickers. Not enough to be broken or pierced, but you just hear the voice go, "My master,
Hey, I
I
fucked up.
will show how I can help." And
Thank you.
you see as the shadow kind of coalesces back around you, you are healed to full,
Okay.
and you get 40 temp health.
Oh, okay.
And after that,
take
the
it
shadow
back.
flickers and simmers down. He can't help
I
more than
take
that
it
without
back.
getting caught.
Fair enough.
I take it back.
You do
I take
see,
it back. Calling Sebastian was a great fucking idea.
you see, Barabbas looks at you, and you see there's a look of like, oh, I see. And
I'm still going to pretend like I'm hurt, right? I'm still going to do that, even though yeah.
only a performance, sure.
Fucking hell. Oh, 1 second.
Question: is this barrier
Sorry
only?
about that.
Did you say it only against like spells and stuff?
I did not say.
That's a 20. Dirty 20.
20. You see, he looks at you, like at the start of his turn, he just says, "Just when I thought you were doing some interesting things."
I'm just going to blow him
So
a
much
kiss.
for you see, he just shakes his head and goes, "So much for an honorable fight."
Bro, even at 20, he saw through fucking high.
Hey man, you don't know his modifiers.
Uh,
You see, in his very clear abject disappointment, with his other hand, he kind of just unclips his tower shield as it just like gets loose, and he just firmly plants it into the ground next to him.
Oh no.
And he looks at you, and he reaches to his sides and he pulls out his dual blades.
Oh no.
You see, one of them is like this long curved katana of sorts, and the other is a shorter blade that kind of complements it. As he pulls both of them out, he looks at them, he's like, "Right, well, I was still told to make a decent show for the audience and then finish the fight. Guess we're getting to the latter end of that." And he brings both of the blades together, turns them upside down, and just starts focusing for a moment. And you see both the blades glow this very low blue tinge, and that is his turn.
Oh.
It
Okay.
is your turn.
I just want to confirm the wording on my
Yes.
form of dread. It says when you
Mhm.
make an attack roll, when you hit a creature with an attack roll, that includes spell attacks, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Also, does this look like what he just did? Does it look similar to what Eglith does when he gets angry, or is this different?
It's different. He's not angry. He
He's
seems
just
to be
disappointed.
focusing on
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Yeah, he is disappointed, and he's focusing on something else now.
Okay. I want to do something stupid, but I don't know if I should. Okay. So first, I am going to look over at the other people in my just like I'm going to turn. So I'm looking at them. I'm going to wink and then flip back and then point at the dude and be like, okay, dude, here's the thing. And a thing forms in my hands and it shoots at him. That's the thing.
Right.
I'm gonna guiding bolt him.
He's just like, what? And it's just like it fires at him. Roll to hit.
Yeah, 1 sec. Okay, so I'm gonna upcast this to level 3.
All right.
Wait, why is it not showing me guiding bolt level 3 on my thing? Can you not upcast guiding bolt? You can, right? 1d6 each. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do level 2 only, or 1 actually. 1 is better. Fuck it. Where is it? +7. That's a 19. Please tell me a 19 hits without the shield.
You see, as you fire off the bolt, it just blinks off his plate mail.
It doesn't. Oh fuck. Okay.
He just like opens, like he was focusing on something. As that happens, he opens his eyes again, looks at you. Right. Do you have a bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 more of my sorcery things. Let me just confirm. It is 2, right? It is. Yeah, and I am going to cast command on him.
Oh. With save, correct?
Yes. And the command is. Let's see if it works first.
Does a 15 make it?
15 is my fucking thing.
I rolled ass. It worked out. Let's go. Yeah.
No. Also, wait. I attack rolled against him, right? So he's frightened of me. He needs to make a wisdom save first to avoid being frightened. But it was still an attack roll.
Wait, let me check. Wait.
I'm going full rules lawyer.
No, please do. No, I'm glad. If you hit a creature, you can force a vis save. Is the wording. So you did not hit the creature.
Okay, fair enough. That's all I got.
All right. You see, he looks up at you, opens his eyes, brings the blades aside. My turn. And he literally again does the same like leaping step thing as he dashes across right next to you in like a flicker of a lightning bolt. As he shows up right in front of you, he goes for 1 slash, 2 slash. Let's start with that.
What do you mean start with that?
Don't worry about it. Oh, that's a shit roll. With that might miss. 18 misses you, right?
Yep.
Yeah. First one comes in, you like duck out of the way. The smaller blade comes like towards one of your flanks. That's hitting for a 30.
A 30?
Indeed. As you take 11 damage.
Okay.
And he will make his third attack. That's a nat 20.
Bro.
He will make his fourth attack. That is a 27. And for the crit, and that's the crit on the big blade. So that is... do you have any lightning resist? I'll take that as a no. That is 9. That's 15, 21. 21 plus 4 is 25 plus 6, 31. 62 damage on the crit. Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 62 damage on the crit. The second one does an additional 10 damage. And you see with each hit landing onto you, these runes carved into the blade begin to like light up and crackle with electricity. And as all of those hits happen, you're still standing, right?
Barely. I'm at 1 HP.
He goes into an action surge. And you see he like does the full combo. You fall off of the wall on the ground, and as you're like trying to stand back up, like kind of covered in like wounds, as you look up, he isn't there. As he appears right behind you, kind of crouched like a little lower, as he brings both of the blades up, crosses them, and brings them down. As all of you witness from erupting out from the blades and then up into the sky, this just column of lightning just slams into Sapphire, just fully engulfing them. As Sapphire, you take 50 lightning damage.
No, but what's the roll on that last one?
It is a 32.
32.
Yes.
Oh, maybe he should be Sheldon Flash. Estrogen says this out loud.
Wait, but that's like more than your.
It's a non-lethal.
Okay.
He is not going for kills. Only on like a bad roll will he accidentally kill or something. But yeah, he goes in, slamming down both weapons. As the crackle leaves Sapphire, you're just like standing still for a moment, kind of wobbling, with like smoke kind of sizzling up from all sides as you just fall back unconscious. And there's like silence in the arena for a moment, followed by erupting cheers, like, ah, yeah. And then the announcer again like yells us, and with that, our match is over. Barabbas once again has remained standing and victorious, triumphant, maintaining his win streak once more at the arena of Bulkard. And like people are erupting, and you see Prince Oslam also like gives like a very like gentle like clap at that, like golf claps essentially. And you see Castor very smugly like kind of leans over the balcony, looking down at Sapphire, looks over at the people in the crowd that he recognizes as you guys, and he just does a very flourished bow again as he walks away. And Sapphire is, you see like a couple of people come out, they start carting Sapphire back to the green room. You see Brab is also going the same direction. You guys also, as you're like kind of breaking away from the crowd, like was starting to move there. Sapphire, you wake up with like a splash of water to the face. You're on 1 HP right now as you're like kind of very rudely awoken. You see people are like kind of patching you up and healing you, and you kind of like cough up a little as you sit back up. You see Barabbas is kind of like off to the side there, looking over at you, and he just goes, "Right, you're up. That was still a good fight, even though, well, I won't inquire further what you did there at the end. I expected, after all the talk of an honorable fight, some semblance of it from your end as well. That part was disappointing, but it's not the first time I've been in this arena when people try to get around certain rules. No hard feelings, though.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
And, wait, Mike, you were asking something? Mike?
Yeah, I was just saying, while this is going on, Jasper is going to walk Dagon, hold out the betting slip, and using message, just say, you may as well cash this in while you collect yours. I made the name easy for you. I'm just going to go and take care of some other business.
You see, he just like kind of smiles back at you, and he just says, yes, I figured it was you who did it, and it seems you didn't know the password, so those proceeds were coming to me anyway. And as far as this business is concerned, suppose I'll be seeing you then.
Just nod, and as I walk away, I will cast Disguise Self, turn myself into a kind of elderly dwarven fellow about a foot shorter than I am, and walk out through the crowd.
Yeah. Last thing you hear from Dagon is, "Don't die before we meet again. I know at least one person who'll be far more upset than I am."
Just like that, you're just what?
Vanishes into the crowd. Meanwhile,
anyone who
Sir, you are uninvited
glances
from
over
my
at Jasper's
fucking
seat will
tea
see
party.
anyone who does glance over at the seat where Jasper was, there is a captain's hat just sat on the seat.
Yeah, there is a person who noticed that at some point.
you see, what you say? Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it would be Zelstein. She would kind of like just pipe up and be like, "We should check on Sapphire, I think." And while you guys are like though making your way through though, Sapphire, you see Castor has walked in very triumphantly. "Very well done, Barabbas. You have done an excellent job, worthy of your station once more. Impeccable as always. And as for our dear employee, I take it you are ready to uphold your end of the bargain?" Sapphire?
Hello.
Wait, do you not hear
It's
me?
just now I do.
Oh,
No, I can.
fucking hell. I said, sure, yeah, we'll go on your expedition, or at least I will.
Well, in that case, from what I understand, you have a ship docked at the naval docks, yes?
Yeah.
Tomorrow early morning, let's say 6 a.m., maybe a little sooner, maybe 5:30 a.m. Bring the ship over to the merchant side of the docks. We'll load it up with the necessary provisions and equipment needed for such an endeavor, and then we can get started.
Better not rope me into doing anything illegal.
I'm sure someone like you would be used to doing something like that, and I assure you, and I am not. We are going on an expedition, now that you are indeed indentured to the service, to a particular part of the coast of the Sunborn Sea.
Wait. What do you mean we? You're coming with us?
Of course I'm coming with you.
Oh, so I can kill him.
Why?
Sapphire in his head is like, okay, I can kill him. That's great.
I don't want to have to deal with this man
He's
for an whole
Of
hour.
course, I will be accompanied by my own retinue, one of which will include Barabbas here. The rest of you and your compatriots, whoever you bring along, will be manning the ship and getting me to the location that I will share on the day itself. Once we are there, we will deep dive into this expedition, looking for what we are there for. My goal is to find a few things worthy of a tribute to the great Carls. Before the day of the summit, of course. And once we have found it, we will return. And he like holds up the tattoo on your arm, as your contract stipulates, I shall keep 90% of all proceeds we gather up during this expedition. 90%.
We didn't agree on that at all.
You certainly don't read contracts, don't you? And you see he points down to your tattoo, and it's all in Celestial, like kind of circled around in the words.
And what happens if you do not make it back from this expedition? Then who keeps the proceeds?
Well, if I do not return home safely, then your mark will be null and void, and therefore you shall deal with the consequences of breaking a divine pact.
No, but shit happens, right? People die. It's not my fault if something happens to you.
It surely does, and yet it is your charge to lay down your knives in my name.
As long as we're back by the 24th, I have business to attend after that.
The location is only about a day or two's sail away from here, after which it should take about half a day to work through the location and expedition itself, and then we'll be back in the next 2 days. So we will either be back on the night of the 24th or the day of the 25th itself.
Sounds good.
So yes, I shall see you there come morning. I will make the necessary arrangements and preparations.
How many people are you going to bring in your entourage just so we can be prepared? The ship doesn't hold 500 people, so...
For the most part, it will just be Barabbas. Maybe another guard or two, just to make sure everything is up to standards.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good. Come now, Barabbas, we have much to prepare and discuss. And you see Barabbas kind of just goes, yeah, right, sir. Well, of course, we do need to talk about your remuneration and reward for such a job well done. How does 10,000 platinum sound? And he just goes, right, that works for this.
I just shoot him another message saying, I would have given you 50,000 platinum, god damn it.
You see, he just shakes his head back at you like, and as I said, we all do what we must. And he walks away. After some time, while you get patched up back to full health, your party comes in looking after you as well. Siaka comes in looking at you like, are you okay?
Oh, my ego is bruised. Might be sore for a couple of days.
Do not
Kind of
know how to heal
disappointed.
that.
Yeah, I know. Neither do I. I've been trying for thousands of years. But...
I was going to say Sprout is going to come forward and is going to use wait, let me see which one is the correct one. One sec. Okay, and this one is it the same shit? It kind of looks like the same shit.
What is?
I was looking which one does most. Okay. Cure wounds, level 3. Let's go.
Oh, Sapphire is full health.
Oh, it is already? Okay.
Yeah, the clerics at the arena patched them up.
I thought they were going to be like that sort of clerics where they're gonna be like, okay, you have 10 health points.
No, this is like an exhibition match that Sapphire was a gladiator.
Okay.
They're giving it the proper respect of that. Like only Casper was the asshole here.
Thought it would be like that because of the way that Sapphire was woken up. Like
yeah.
Estrogen is gonna walk up to Sapphire and be like, wow, you took a lightning bolt to the face.
I did, didn't I? That was kind of fun.
Yeah. So when are we gonna jump this guy and make him like...
Wait,
I don't know. That guy seems like an asshole.
Barnabas or the noble?
No, not Barnabas.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing, though, right? I just spoke to him. This expedition that we have to go on, which none of you have to go on, by the way. I'm the one who made the deal. So if you don't want to, that's perfectly valid. Like, it's not a... yeah, I shit the bed and I should clean up my mess. But like, that's not the point.
Wait, the one that you were in right now, like...
No, not literally.
Just backs away a few steps.
Not literally estrogen. It's a euphemism. Not euphemism. A phrase. Whatever. Fucking thing. Something. I can't think of words. I'm too banged up. But yeah. So we have to go on this expedition. And till the time we come back from the expedition, we can't kill him because that's what the contract says. But once we come back, then free reign. Yeah.
But we can like beat him up a little, right?
See, Dagon chimes in on that as he's just like, oh, there's nothing I would love to do more. I will say, though, after watching that fight, if he has that little bird man around him at all times, might not be the best call. I like my limbs where they are at the moment.
Yeah, no fair. No, this guy, there's something off with him. There's a reason why I offered him 50,000 platinum and he refused. So there is definitely something that is keeping him indebted to this fucking guy. So maybe if we kill him, it gets him of his. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
Smart is just going to walk up to Sapphire, hug their leg, and kind of sit there and go, I don't like that guy at all.
Neither do I. He's a bit of a shithead. And I turn to.
We have to go, though. Where are we going? What are we doing?
It's an expedition to a place to find some things. That's all he told me. Didn't give me specifics. And I just turned to Devana or to.
I know Devana's there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't show up.
Depending on how long ago
Devana's
it
not
was,
here?
I guess we'll have
You
to
also see Jasper, isn't it?
I turned to Dagon and like, okay, I need you to do
Is
me a favor.
everyone?
No questions asked.
What? You say you need a favor?
Okay, let me rephrase. Dagon, I need you to do something for me. No questions asked.
What do you need done?
Punch me in the face.
Okay. Punches you in the face.
No, I want to like. Okay.
He hits you for 1 damage.
Okay. No, I'm trying to like. So I forgot to use the ability that I had with my fucking wings to protect me against damage.
Yeah,
I'm trying
the
to
gift
find
of
an-
metallic dragon.
Yeah, I missed that in the first round because I was too whatever. So I'm trying to like.
Yeah.
Okay. And the wings don't come out. So
Yeah.
Sapphire's going to think that his dad is mad at him, and that's why the wings didn't work. Because of course he is. Because we have to keep that going, right?
Why do we have to keep that going? Where is the growth?
I really don't.
I can tell you where the growth is.
Okay, no.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got punched by Dagon. There is growth.
Dar,
Anyway,
that's 2 on the jar. Okay.
okay.
Wait, where's
It
Jasper?
was nice meeting everyone.
I mean, Jasper's not here. Devana's not here.
See,
Your BC's gone up with Tristan and William.
as you ask, where's
Listen.
Jasper? A red pipes up and she just says, yeah, about that. And we're going to cut outside real quick. Devana, what are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
An investigation with disadvantage. You don't know what he
Well,
looks like.
No, I think actually, I think in the back of Devana's head, I'm going to roll anyway. But I think in the back of Devana's head, it's been more than 20 minutes. Yeah, that's on one of the dice. It's a 2, so that's not going to work. But they would head, if they cannot find him, would head back to the tavern in hopes that maybe he'd gonna. I think it's like one of those things where rational brain knows that
Yeah.
probably,
You
but doesn't want to
Hurriedly
think about
starts
it.
like running out the arena, and as you're
Yeah.
just about to leave, you hear like from behind you, Nedra shouting, like, "Where you going, Devana?
Oh,
Sapphire's in here."
I think like they stopped, like with their back was turned to her, and they quickly like wipe whatever like tears was there, and turn around like, I'm just going to the tavern real quick. You can stay here.
Okay.
Stay with Dakin, okay?
I'll let them know where you went.
Yeah. Stay with Dakin, okay?
Mhm.
Don't go with anyone.
Of
Just-
course. I'll
Okay.
be with Mr. Dagon.
Yeah, good. I'll see you later.
Okay. And like you
Right.
rush off, and like you start like sprinting through the town. Takes you like half an hour to an hour, or no, half an hour. It takes about half an hour while you're running through to like reach the tavern. You enter the tavern, look around wildly. No one's there. You run up to the rooms. You go to like knock on Jasper's room. The door is already open. There's nothing in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's when it probably sinks in for them that Jasper's left, and I think they're going to go to their own room. To have a crisis. And I believe would find something. Looking at Mike.
Yeah, so Lightbringer will be sat there, because Jasper didn't want to run off with your magical weapon. Probably got a dual screen here of at this point Jasper collecting a horse that he'd purchased the day before, and riding off out of the city. But next to Lightbringer, there's just a small piece of paper rolled up, tied with a ribbon.
As he's preparing for round 2 is so funny to me.
Yeah, they'll
Can't do
pick up.
this anymore.
They'll pick up the paper and we'll read it. Where it starts. To Divana, the sun, a giant heart of fire, burns brightly as a funeral pyre.
Each dawn it fuels the world's delight and chases shadows from the night. Within this blaze, so fierce and bold, a daily sacrifice unfolds. With each new day's triumphant gleam, a tiny death, a fading dream. It spends its light, consumes its all, to stand so proud, so strong and tall. And as each day begins to wane, is filled with weary, silent pain. For in its fading gentle fire, a different magic does transpire. The moon, a pearl in velvet skies, awaits its turn as daylight dies. And like the sun that gives its all, I choose to fade, lest we both fall. And though my light now fades from view, you keep my heart inside of you.
And I think Divana stands there for a moment, just stunned, and first puts the paper back on the bed, and then just breaks down into tears. I think just sort of sinks to their knees. Just, I think even like that kind of like heart wrenching sort of cry scream, and just there in the room, breaking down.
And as you're riding away, Jasper, you feel the raven feathers kind of gently hum against the wind, against even the direction you're going. You feel a little cold at your fingertips as you're riding away up towards Wyvern Pass, technically. You see the skies becoming a bit more grey cast as the day is reaching its evening, and you hear a voice of the Raven Queen. That was difficult and painful. But should things transpire as I have seen them, should fates line your life and theirs, your paths will cross again, my dear champion. Your paths may cross in their darkest hour, where perhaps this dark, shadowy raven may be their only glimmer of light. But for that, you must grow. You must prepare, not for your sake, nor for mine. This world's and all your friends who live in it, they need a champion by their side. And for a moment, even as you're riding, you look up and you see a wispy silhouette of a porcelain mask looking at you as a very gentle hand kind of caresses your face, cold and warm at the same time. And do not fear, for though now you may feel hollow and cold. There is much of your story left to be told. And when their needs run dire, you must be the one to inspire. When the hour is dark and bleak, it is in death's embrace that protects the weak. So, my champion, I ask you once more, your forgiveness eternal, as you pass beyond the gaze of all who would ever walk this plane in living shadow and bone. What will transpire of you at the end of this, I cannot promise, for you must grow far beyond what you can potentially grow. The strain that hits a soul so quickly, even I do not know what will remain at the end of it. So please, Jasper Skylark, rise beyond this festering death. Rise beyond all this undeath. For if you fall, no one shall remain stalwart. And you see almost something pulls her back away from this intervention she was doing, and almost like against a pained wisp just turns to smoke and dissipates. And the last thing is just, go boldly, teller of tales, for now you wield my wrath and will. And as you're riding in your other arm, it begins to glow pale greenish as your own skin feels pale once more, and this shadow wraps around your arm and it grows out into this big pole arm, and you see it glows and glows and glows, and in one arm you see you have a glaive, pitch black as the night, curving up towards the front end, going backwards, and upon it says so in Celestial, which in this moment you can read. It simply says, Holy Night. And you ride away into the darkness. And that is where we will end our session.
Fuck you.
I hate you.
Listen, when I first got this letter, Mike sent this to me. I cried. Sent it to me with a bracelet and like a whole thing on the back for me as well. Well done. Mike.
I had the second half of that verse also ready, and I was like, nah. Enough verses have been said today.
Done. I'm so done with y'all's bullshit. Act 3, I'm gonna come up with something so emotionally devastating for Espen to do. And then
Yes, do it, do
you'll
it.
all see.
Please do.
No, do it. I want it. Give it.
Well, hope you all had
Estrogen,
fun.
Let's also do a sprouted estrogen shit. You know what? Let's do that. Let's
As
do it as well.
a coup is being planned against the entire table. I hope you all had
What
fun.
people?
Don't worry
Nobody's
about it. No one's eating at this table. Yes, indeed. But yes, hope you all had
Table
fun
is
watching.
cursed.
Hope you all had fun playing. That was a session and a half with all kinds of twists and turns. Next time, whenever we're back, I don't know yet, but whenever we're going to be back, we will be back out at sea for a brief expedition out into what many people who know what is to come, which is other tables I have run, describe as the worst of it in this section of the story. And
Thanks.
Just
Thank
because
you.
of Master, I'm assuming.
yes, purely
Mm.
because of Cass. And one other thing, we'll get to that. Anyway, fun times will be had regardless. And we shall see Mike returning with a new character gracing the party. Who they are and what they'll be, you shall find out soon enough. And we
There's
may
definitely no hints to what
potentially,
that character's name is if you just pay attention to the screen right now.
we may potentially also have a guest or two joining us. We shall see how that goes. And with that, I have been your Dungeon Master, Tanfighter or Tan. You can find me at Tanfighter on Blue Sky, Tanfighter117 on Instagram. I do actual play stuff like this where people get emotional and cry. And otherwise, I do voice acting, voices, annoying, fun, all sorts. If you need an annoying noble, you heard it here today. Hit me up for any of that shit done on any of those socials. And joining us, as always, have been our lovely players. We will open with the person in shambles, Estrogen.
Ah, fuck. That's me. Um, Hi, I am. I've been a estrogen. I'm a cis. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me at lesbianing. That's lesbian plus yearning on most places on the socials. Um, and you will see me on Dark Waters again, and hopefully another session of Monster Heart still on Euphoria. And I have, as usual, irons in the fire. Those irons are getting so hot.
Amazing. Next up, Devana.
Hi, I'm Anna or Riley, whichever you prefer. I use the them pronouns, and I'm definitely human. You can find me anywhere at Peculiar Planets. I'm on pretty much every social media. Why are you shaking now, Assis? You cannot prove anything. I am usually also on a Pathfinder 2nd Edition podcast called Twilight's Edge, where I play a completely different character. That's episodes drop every Tuesday on your favorite podcasting platforms. Other than that, yesterday was the finale of a Break the Binary game, which went all non-binary cast. So if you haven't seen that yet, go watch the VODs or go watch it on Twitch and later on YouTube. I guess it is there because it also went live on there. Other than that, I write comics, I write tabletop stuff. I do sensitivity reading. If you need any of that, just hit me up on my socials or check out my website, which is just peculiarplanets.com. And that's it. I was very happy to be back again. I hate missing sessions, so.
All right. Hopefully you don't miss more. Next up, we have Sprout.
Hello, hi. I'm Ricecakes, or crying rice today, I suppose. Like, what the fuck is wrong with
Rice.
you all? Anyways, um, I use they pronouns. You can find me at the original Lores on Blue Sky and Twitter. Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
Who knows?
If you want to check out my art, that is, just check out those two accounts and don't listen to Callum if they type out that I don't actually do art. That's a lie. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong. I swear. What else do I have going on? Yes, on Sunday. Well, it's Tuesdays. Fuck. On Tuesdays, you can find me at Misadventures Link playing the unluckiest boy alive named Nemo. And I don't know what happened last time, but I'm pretty sure that we just changed our genre from Hogwarts to steampunk. So something went wrong. uh,
Oh, very
you'll
right.
have to watch and figure out what happened. Yes. What else do I have going on? Shameless plugin that I sometimes edit the shirts for this. I just started doing this a short time. I don't have a gun
A
in my
short
hand, so
time.
yeah. Anyways, that was what fuck, what else can I plug? Oh yeah, check out if you feel like it, you can check out on TikTok the robotics group that I suddenly started editing for on TikTok, which is systematic robotics. Please do check it out because like we need those like followers and views. Please trick the algorithm. Yeah, that's it. I think that's all I have going on apart. Yeah, no, that's it. I don't have a lot going on. I'm sorry. I'm a college student, okay? What's the word? What's the catch? What's your major? Okay, I'm done. No, I can't do this anymore.
All right. Next up, we have Jasper before Rice self-destructs.
Who's Jasper?
We have Jasper.
I have
Juspa.
for the last time in a while been Juice Bar. I am Mike. I will return. You can find me at on Blue Sky at Run Like Craig, on Instagram at Run Like Craig 1979. You can catch me on a Monday night over on Misadventures League playing Hunter, and like loads of other stuff that you should be booking me for. So do that because I'm great. Like I write poems for my games and everything. I break the hearts of like my best friends.
Yeah.
Like what more could you want?
No,
10 out of 10 would recommend.
It's
That's my Yelp
whole
review.
fucking soul and will to live.
10 out of 10 would recommend be prepared.
Last but not least, host with the most with the bruised ego, Sapphire Stonewall.
Hello. Hi. Sorry, I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I am low-key pissed off that I did not do better in the fight. I was expecting to last at least 2 more rounds. That clutch fucking wisdom save should have that. Like I literally had plans to make him forfeit. That was going to be my command for the wisdom save. And but
I will let you know he is like a high-level fighter. He had resolved to reroll the wisdom save also.
Fucking hell! Of course he did. Anyway, kind of sort of got delayed on the whole merch side of things because of year-end stuff here. Tax stuff is happening here. So my CA and the other people who are doing the work are busy. But hopefully by end of April is my goal now. I know I've been saying end of the month for the last 3 months, but end of April is the goal for merch. Also, we have a new casting call coming out tonight for a Paint the Town Red game, which is officially supported by Soul Muppet. So the players will get copies of the books. This is going to be alternate Sundays starting early May. I know. And
I can do Sundays.
yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff happening there as well. Casting calls for Pantsless Pride for DMs is still open. We've received 30 applications so far, which is wild because last time when I did this event in September, I didn't even get 30 player applications. So this is fucking.
This is make it a whole week.
It's fucked.
If I had more time that weekend, I was gonna submit 3 game applications to run.
Hell,
I had
dude.
3 games ready.
You already submitted an application, right?
Day 1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What else? I'm also working on a business proposal for Pantsless tables for merch and stuff and other things. But that's all of that I have for now. This was great. I had fun. Sapphire being the center of attention is something that Sapphire does not like, and this was an interesting thing to deal with.
The entire next arc.
What? What do you mean?
Jasper's gone. Who's gonna be doing the face of the party shit?
UBC will take over. It's fine.
I mean, you know who else has a high charisma stat?
Yeah, Estrogen.
Yeah, Estrogen should definitely talk to all of the political dignitaries at the summit. You're right.
Yeah, because Sapphire is just gonna talk some shit and piss off all of them. So like, but also, I mean, I guess
I'm looking forward to UBC doing it. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I think
genuinely feel like our best
the
bet
tribunal will be attending
putting-
the summit. I just want you to know.
I think we have to split it
genuinely
up 50-50.
feel like we should just put Sprouted
Guys,
with the
Divana's
bouquet
a
of flowers
charisma
and make
caster
someone
now. It's
cry.
fine.
Oh
Yeah, and I've not started a fight before, so that's I guess like Savannah's good with
no.
words sometimes. They can try.
Regardless, fun times ahead. We
Yeah.
should see you guys when we see you because we don't know our schedule yet.
Yeah, but it will be this. It will be in April for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
For sure. But yes, that is it for I think all of us.
I'm just looking at who we can raid.